Welcome to James Clemens High School football. We'll be back with the Jets pregame show right after this.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Hey guys, this is Joanna with CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to our storefront. While you're here, you'll find a variety of Bibles, children's gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more. Come check out our children's section. It's filled with Bible stories, picture books, games, toys, and a growing selection of homeschool materials. Here at CEI Bookstore, our goal is to provide you with trustworthy resources to bring you and your family closer to God. Stop by, and our friendly staff will be happy to help you find material that fits you and your family's needs. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Taking his hand, helping each other home.
Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley. Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at Tzatziki'sCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs, Salem Pharmacy, or Florence Express Pharmacy will fill the bill. All three locations are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South, Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99, and Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate.
Hey, this is Jim from Lawler's Barbecue. A lot of you folks out there keep asking where we cook our barbecue because you don't see pits and smoke. Well, guess what? You never will because we cook it in Lewisburg, Tennessee at our USDA facility so that we can maintain consistency and quality. So no matter which store you come to, you get the same great taste. Philip's been cooking barbecue since 1978, and I promise you, he's got the hang of it. He's been doing it so long, he doesn't want to be cremated. He's asked to be slowly smoked over glowing hickory coals. So come try some Lawler's Barbecue at any of our 7 locations today. Lawler's Barbecue, cooked slow, served fast.
If you'd like to download a copy of this game or hear it again on demand, go to pasnetwork.net. You can find this game and previous games under the Archives tab. That's pasnetwork.net. Play Action Sports.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to James Clemens High School football right here on Play Action Sports. It is a kind of a windy night tonight as storms are rolling into the area. The temperature right now is 77 degrees in Harvest, Alabama. For the home of the Sparkman Senators, tonight's home team, as our James Clemens Jets are visiting tonight. And tell you, Bailey Lowry, Kirk Pierce, and Tim Lambert, our producer. Tonight, Bailey, we've got a good game between these two matchups, between James Clemens and Sparkman in Region 4. James Clemens comes in at an overall record of 8-0, 5-0 in Region 4. They are standing alone at the top right now in first place, while the Sparkman Senators bring in an overall record of 3-4, sitting at 3-2 in Region 4 action. And right now they are in fourth place. Bailey, welcome to tonight's broadcast, man.
Man, I've been looking forward to this one for really a good bit, and watching this James Clemens offense once again is just a absolute honor every week. It really is amazing what Coach McGee has done with this program, continuing to set a school record almost every week, continuing the undefeated streak. I'm really looking forward to see how they stack up against the Senators this evening.
Well, last week the Senators played the Florence Falcons, and the former head coach of the James Clemens Jets, Coach Wade Waldrop, came here and, we're in Florence and defeated the Senators 42-0. While on our side, the good guys took on Grissom last week at Milton Frank Stadium, winning 31-13. Kind of what we expected against the Grissom Tigers last week, going up against them.
Yeah, a little bit. Grissom wasn't really a good matchup for James Clemens on the offensive front. Like, it just seemed James Clemens was very dominant at every position during that game, and we actually got to see a lot more out of players who we don't usually call out for during that game. A lot of backup receivers came in. We got to see a little bit more depth to the Jets, and overall, bright future ahead for the program.
See, the Jets, according to some, are kind of one of the most surprising teams of the 4 remaining unbeaten teams in 7A. The other 3 are traditional powers that are Thompson, Hoover, Central Phoenix City, and you know, after opening the season with a 32-0 win over Murphy in Mobile, it really hasn't slowed down Coach Chad McGee's first season here. He came up from Hoover. He was the defensive coordinator at Hoover, and he's just kind of taken that and brought a mentality here, a winning mentality that, don't want to take anything away from Coach Waldrop. He did set this up, but Coach McGee's kind of taken it and run with it this year. The Jets, like I said, they're 8-0 heading into tonight's game. Last year at this time, last year they finished the season 8-3 and lost in the first round of the playoffs to Hewitt Trustful. But we've got big expectations for them this season, as if they can get a win tonight or a win in the next two games, completely seals first place for them for this region.
Yeah, and again, like you said, the expectations are high, and a lot of the games for James Clemens' remaining games, you're going to get the top competition out of each of their opponents, because when it comes to facing the top dog in the region, you got to bring your A game if you want to have a chance to beat them. And with James Clemens and how good this team has looked lately, everyone's going to be playing their best to try to take down the Giants.
So with a win tonight, James Clemens could clinch its third region title in 4 seasons, which is a huge accomplishment for these seniors for James Clemens, and also the entire high school. I mean, 3 regional titles in 4 seasons is really kind of setting that bar. If they win tonight, it can also tie the program's record for the longest winning streak with 9 straight wins. The 2019 team won 8 straight regular season games, then opened the playoffs with a win. Last week, Gio Lopez, we talked a little bit about that, threw 3 touchdown passes in the win against Grissom. But looking at the Sparkman Senators team, they started the season off 0-2 and then reeled off 3 big wins, one against Albertville, Grissom, and Austin, 3 regional wins. But then they've, like we said, they've lost the last 2, losing to Bob Jones 25-21 2 weeks ago, and of course, like I said, to Florence 42-0 last week. Whereas, every time we step on the field, James Clemens, fortunately, we've been walking away with a win.
Yeah, there have been some close calls. I mean, I know the Huntsville Panthers did give James Clemens a run for the money, had another close call pretty early in the season. But so far, just from the looks of this offense and the way James Clemens has played it, the rest of those wins have been pretty fairly dominant.
So you can listen to us throughout tonight's ball game, and one of the things that we're going to have tonight is our timeout with Taziki's. If you want to register to get an opportunity to win a chicken dinner for 4 from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe just off of Highway 72 in Madison, all you've got to do is go to pasnetwork.net and enter your name for Timeout with Taziki's and listen during our first timeout of each James Clemens game, as we'll announce that winner of that chicken dinner for 4 from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe just off of Highway 72 in Madison. So with our first timeout tonight, we'll have that winner for you. Now, the Sparkman Senators come in, with a pretty good offense. Offensively, the number 23, his name is Jamonte Spencer. He's averaging about 101 yards per game on the ground. So that's pretty good when you compare what we've done. Now, Dante Snodgrass comes in. He's averaging about 93.9 yards per game rushing. From the air, looking for number 17 for Sparkman, Luke Schomburg. He's throwing about 173 yards per game. And then you've got another guy on defense for the Senators that we need to keep an eye out for. Number 10 from the inside linebacker position, Malachi Jones, gets about 15 tackles per game. So that's pretty good. It almost sounds like he is the defense for them. I know they probably built that defense around him. But then, of course, you look on the offensive side for James Clemens, Gio Lopez, a name that we call often, along with Snodgrass, 202 yards per game is what his passing average. And total yardage per game, Gio Lopez owns that as well, averaging about 239 yards per game. Now, he's got offensive weapons, as we've called them a lot this year. You've got number 3, Terrence Cunningham. You've got Tyreek Walker, number 15. You've got number 19, Kobe Johnson. And you've also got, Kamari Pittman. I don't even know why my head kind of went blank on that. Kamari Pittman. You'll see Kamari Pittman running some jet sweeps, and he gets a lot of yardage that way.
It's a very versatile offense and really a very fun one to watch. Mainly because Gio Lopez being a dual threat quarterback and one of the best that we've seen do it. And that you really don't know. He's very versatile in the way he can really show his own number. He can create his own plays. He'll see an opportunity. Maybe the offensive line will create kind of like a really good chance block, and he'll just see a hole in the making and go for it. Or he can drop back in the pocket, evade the pass rush, and throw one off his back foot deep to usually Kamari Pittman or one of them for about 20 yards.
Well, we are about 9 minutes away from kickoff, and what we want to do is take a break, and then when we come back, we'll get ready for tonight's kickoff action between the Sparkman Senators and your James Clemens Jets. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football on Play Action Sports.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. Attention all you James Clemens football fans out there. Play Action Sports and Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe are teaming up to bring you Time Out with Taziki's. Listen to James Clemens football from Play Action Sports, and during the first time out of every game, we'll announce the winner of a chicken dinner for 4 from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe in Madison. Just go to pasnetwork.net, enter your name, and you may be our next winner. Time Out with Taziki's from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe and Play Action Sports.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. For tonight's ball game, as we've already talked about, your James Clemens Jets visiting the Sparkman Senators. We are in Harvest, Alabama. Temperature, cloudy skies, 77 degrees at kickoff. We've got some storms in the forecast. The low for tonight should reach around 69 degrees, but those storms are far to the west of us, and according to the local forecast guys, the weathermen, Bailey, they said that the storms look like they're going to hold off until closer to 9:30, 10 o'clock. So
that's what I'm hoping. I mean, I don't want anything to disrupt the Good Friday Night Lights atmosphere we got going on in the stadium.
Well, they do have that. It's senior night here in Sparkman. They've already, made note of all the seniors on the football team and the cheerleading squad and the band, and so now we're just a little over 5 minutes left before kickoff tonight, and just an exciting time here in this Region 4 action between these two teams. Now, as we've already said, the Sparkman Senators are at 4th place right now in Region 4. James Clemens sits atop and in first place. In second place is Bob Jones. Their only loss in Region 4 action is against the James Clemens Jets. And in third place is Florence, who were able to beat Sparkman Senators last week here. And, even with a loss tonight, which we don't even want to talk about that, but even with a loss tonight, all James Clemens needs to do is really win one of their next 2 ball games, and they seal the first place and get basically get to host a playoff game here or at James Clemens. Tonight's captains going out to the middle of the field. You've got number 16, that's Cameron Barnett. You've also got number 71, that is Edrin Watson. You've got number 99, that is Darren Verhage, and then you've got number 1, Dante Snodgrass. For the Senators, you're looking at number 92, that is Caden Rovier. Number 6, Jaleel Birdsong. Number 54 is Tarrant Young. And number 17, the starting quarterback, Luke Schomburg. And so they are at midfield right now waiting on the coin toss. But as we wait on that, you can now hear us on your Echo device, your Amazon Echo device, by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports and hear our coverage of James Clemens football in crystal clear quality all season long. So the temperature, I tell you, it feels good. We've got the window open just a little bit so we can kind of feel the temperature as kind of got a nice little breeze in here. But we close those windows, man, it gets a little stuffy in this press box. Yeah. So the coin flip, and here we go, looking to see who's going to control the destiny of the first half. So the official tosses it. James Clemens makes the call, and there's the flip. I thought he flipped it already. Here's the flip and the coin toss. And it looks like James Clemens has won the toss. And if I understand what we've done in the past, we will probably defer to the second half unless I get told otherwise. So let's see. Flip it. James Clemens won the toss, and they flipped it on me. I called it wrong, Bailey. Called it wrong.
Yeah, they're actually going to take the ball for the first half.
So we'll get to see this offense with the opening drive. The James Clemens Jets come in averaging about 39.8 points per game. The defense giving up roughly 19 points per game. On the flip side, the Sparkman Senators averaging about 24.5 points per game on average, and the defense is giving up about 29 points per game. So here we go. The 8-0 James Clemens Jets, 5-0 in Region 4 action, getting ready to take the field. Bailey, any last-minute thoughts before we get kicked off tonight?
I'm guessing my choice is that choice for going ahead and receiving the ball first is that they want to go ahead and set the tone early, go ahead and get the momentum in their favor, and try to go ahead and get that offense going.
James Clemens is in the north end zone, and Sparkman Senators are in the south end zone. James Clemens runs through the cheerleaders, and the fans of James Clemens do, as they always do, travel really well. And you can hear the home side where we are located, some smattering of boos as James Clemens takes the field. But they are waiting for their Sparkman Senators, and I'm sure you'll hear a completely different tone on this side once they bust through that, what do you call that, fabric, Velcroed fabric. Is that what that is? I don't even know anymore. It used to be paper, painted paper. The cheerleaders would spend a lot of time doing that. But the Sparkman Senators getting ready to come in and take the field, being led by one of the Pee Wee football teams from this area. Coming on out as they all cheer for them. There's a lot of action going on right now. A lot of action. You can listen to the post-game show for our Mellow Mushroom Player of the Game. Our featured Jet will get a $20 gift card from Mellow Mushroom. Last week, our Mellow Mushroom winner was Tyreek Walker. And here come those Sparkman Senators. Just as I predicted, loud and proud is this home team. We're about ready for kickoff here. And, I tell you, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. This is a game that Coach LaRon White used to be the head coach at Tanner High School in Limestone County, won 2 state championships in 2A over there for the Rattlers, brought his talents over here as the head coach for the Sparkman Senators, and he is a good coach, and he's got this team going and ready to play. But on our side, as we've said before, Coach McGee, he's got them ready, don't you think, Bailey?
Yeah, he's got them ready for today. I mean, he's got them ready for 8 other games, and those have all turned out pretty well so far.
Like you said, we've had some close ones in the past. We've played Bob Jones into overtime. We played Lee Huntsville close. And you know what? Florence, same way. Took a last-minute heroics with a botched punt for James Clemens to come away with the win. But we came away with a win, and we are tickled to death with that. 10 seconds away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for James Clemens Jets football right here on Play Action Sports, as the Senators line up at the 40-yard line getting ready for the opening kickoff. Back deep to receive for the Jets, number 7. That is Keenan Hill. And it also looks like number 15, Tyreek Walker, back deep to receive. They are standing at about the 10-yard line. They are in the south end zone as you look at your radio dial, moving right to left. And there's the kick. It's kind of a pooch kick, and it's going to be fielded short by number 19. That's Kobe Johnson's going to take it to the outside. He's going to kind of fall his way forward, short of the 40-yard line. Good field position by the James Clemens Jets. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
So far, so good on that return. Again, like you said, we're going to get field position here to start the first drive of the game. I expect we're going to see just more of the same from Gio Lopez and Snodgrass.
So we saw Gio Lopez only play the first half last week, and Coach McGee has talked about Gio having a couple of bang-ups physically. He'd been a little injured here, and he wanted to get him some rest and also get some subs in there last week. So Gio Lopez brings his team out from the sidelines. He's in the shotgun formation. You've got Dante Snodgrass to his left, trips to the near side. He's going to put a man in motion. That's Snodgrass. The ball is on the ground. He's going to flick it out to Snodgrass. Snodgrass going to try to find his way through. Ball is on the ground. It is picked up by Sparkman. It's going to be rushed into the end zone for a fumble turned into a touchdown. That play right there, Bailey, was doomed from the start.
Not exactly the ideal start we want for the Jets, but...
So a fumble recovery, the snap was low. Gio kind of bobbled that. He was getting sacked. He threw the ball out to Snodgrass. Snodgrass trying to make something happen, and Snodgrass unfortunately coughed up the ball before he went down, and the Senators picked it up and returned it for a 39-yard touchdown fumble recovery. Sparkman lines up for the extra point. The kick is up. It looks good from here, and it is confirmed with 11:40 in 20 seconds into the first quarter. Sparkman 7, your James Clemens Jets nothing. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. I'm Kirk Pierce, alongside me the color commentator Bailey Lowry and our producer Mr. Tim Lambert. If you're just joining us, 20 seconds in to the first quarter, and we also we have a fumble. Dante Snodgrass fumbled the kind of the pass out to from Gio Lopez. It was a bad snap to Gio Lopez. He tried to make something happen, and before Snodgrass could hit the ground, he coughed up the ball, and the Senators returned it 39 yards for a touchdown fumble recovery. There's the kick. It is high, end over end. It's going to be fielded by number 7. That's Hill. Hill's going to cross the 20, finds himself a crease, crosses the 35. He's got a lane. He's going to be tackled at about the 50. Are they going to mark him down on Sparkman's side of the field? Yes, they're going to say he got down to the 46-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10. James Clemens from the Sparkman 46.
Yep, that's how you retaliate right there after a bad play on the last drive, coming out strong off the kickoff and getting all the way into their own zone. Really good field position here for the Jets.
So they're going to mark it at the far hash mark, the 46-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, James Clemens. Going to have 2 wide receivers to either side. Dante, that's another bad snap. Gio Lopez is going to pick it up, try to do something with it. He's just going to fall on the ground smartly. And he's going to lose, a good 12 yards on the play. So 2 bad snaps in a row. That just not good. Not good at all. So it's going to be 2nd down and long for the Jets. Ball is marked at their 40-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and about 24 for James Clemens. Got splits to the near side. Going to hand it off to Pittman up the middle. Pittman's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play to about the 45-yard line. So that's going to be 2nd and about 20 for the Jets. So Pittman with the carry, picks up 5, brings up 3rd down. I said 2nd, but it's going to be 3rd down. Trips to the near side. That is Cunningham, Pittman, and Johnson. Lopez looking to throw. He throws it to Johnson across the middle for no gain. Johnson's going to be tackled at the 45-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down for James Clemens. Not the way that we are used to seeing this offense go. So 4th down and about 20. So the punt team comes out. We see Aaron Rowe coming out from the sidelines. He's going to stand at about his 30-yard line, back deep to receive for the Senators. Looks like it's number 3, Adam Lucas. Check that, Jaden Thomas, number 7. So Rowe at his 30, looks for the snap. Snap is good. There's the punt. It's an end-over-end punt. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. He's going to be tackled immediately. Once he gets the ball, he is tackled and tackled hard. Number 45 in there on the stop for James Clemens. Couldn't see who else right there. Looking for that number right there. I see him. I'm just looking for the number. Looks like number 36 for the Jets. No, check that, number 16. Number 16, Cameron Barnett, in there with a stop right off the bat.
Pretty much a name we're familiar with, but yeah, Sparkman, receiver, made the mistake of not calling fair catch, and as soon as that ball got in his hands, he was already met by about 2 Jets linemen ready to just take him to the ground.
So 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 20-yard line. You've got in at quarterback, number 17, that's Luke Schomburg. He's going to have 2 splits to the near side. He's going to put 1 split to the far side. One running back behind him. And all of a sudden, we've got some confusion on the play. I'm confused. There's a penalty flag on the play. Bailey, help me out. What are we doing?
I mean, I'm just as lost as you are. I'm not sure what's going on. Now, they were, on Sparkman's 15-yard line, and now apparently they're being moved all the way up to James Clemens' 45?
Now, I think they're going to punt it again, but they're going to mark it off. But I didn't see where the penalty flag was on the ground.
I didn't see any kind of signal made by the referees either.
Now, you can download a copy of this game or listen to it on demand by going to pasnetwork.net. There's a streaming schedule of upcoming games and links to our mobile apps as well. We've got some Limestone County games for the next 2 weeks. We'll have Tanner at Waterloo to finish out the season in 2 weeks. But I'm still confused as to what we're doing here. So now the punting team is going off the field while we have some discussion in the middle by the officials. So right off the bat, Bailey, you've seen bad snaps to Gio Lopez, and the Senators up 7-0 after returning a 39-yard fumble in for a touchdown, and just right there, 2 series, just not able to get the offense going.
Yeah, just definitely not what you want in offensive-wise, but those are little mistakes that can be corrected. Now, those little mistakes can cause very big consequences that we've seen in game. They score with the 38-yard fumble return, but those are problems that are easily fixed. So moving forward, I think this Jets offense are going to kind of, in a way, get it together.
Now, the Jets offense comes in averaging about 182 yards on the ground, averaging about 202 yards in the air, and putting up about 385 total yards per game. That's kind of their average, and we've seen that a lot. We know what this offense is capable of doing with the weapons that Gio Lopez has. We've just got to get those snaps right. And looks like they're moving the chains back again, but still no word from the official as to what the discussion is.
Yeah, they've given no signal to the crowd, anything.
So right now, where they've got the chains, they've moved where it was going to be Sparkman 1st and 10 from their own 20. They're showing it's going to be 1st and 10. Now they're going to, looks like they're going to reset it to punt it again. So Aaron Rose coming out to punt it one more time. So it's a hold against Sparkman. It's going to replay. Yeah, we're going to replay 4th down. So a hold against Sparkman, going to replay 4th down. So all of that to just say it's a hold, replay 4th down. So it's 4th, and looks like it's going to be marked. Yeah, so they've got it. It's going to be 4th and 8 for James Clemens. James Clemens is going to go ahead and punt the ball. Aaron Rowe into punt, standing at his 42-yard line. Back deep to receive is number 7 for Sparkman. There's the snap. And that's a nice, high, tight spiral punt. And it's going to be fielded just short of the 20, so 18-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Sparkman from their own 18. So they actually lost 2 yards on that.
Yeah. So we basically just spent 3 minutes going over a holding call just for Sparkman to get the ball back and actually a little bit worse of a position than they were before.
So 9:31 left to play in the first quarter. Sparkman on top, 7-0 right now. After a fumble recovery, returned 39 yards for a defensive score for the Senators. This is the first offensive series for Sparkman. Back deep in the quarterback position is Schaumburg. He's got 2 splits to the far side. He's going to hand it off to the running back, the first man. He's going to try to find his way through a hole on the far side. Picks up 8 yards on the play. Goes the running back for Sparkman. It's going to bring up second down and about 2. So number 23 is the running back for the Senators. Justin Essex looks like who that is. If I can get that corrected number here in just a second. Or Jamonte Spencer. That's Jamonte Spencer's got the ball again, coming around the near side. He's going to pick up the first down as he crosses the 30-yard line. Tackled at about the 32. So it's going to bring up first down for the Senators.
Looks like a very run-and-gun style of offense here from the Senators. Again, Jamonte Spencer. Once again, looks like he's going to be one of the leaders for this offense.
So Schaumburg, shotgun formation, 2 splits to the far side. He's got a split closest to us. Single setback, that's Spencer. Schaumburg takes the snap. Going to hand it off to Spencer again up the middle. Spencer's got a couple of yards, still kind of fighting his way forward. Picks up 3 on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. So right now, like you said, it's get up to the line of scrimmage quick, snap the ball, hand the ball off. That's 3 runs in a row by Spencer.
Yeah, right now the Senators' offensive line is doing a really good job of creating gaps for Jamonte Spencer. It's going to be really up to the Jets to see just whether or not they can stop this run offense.
We got wideouts on the far side. That's 2 of them. Got a split closest to us. Schaumburg goes up to the line to tell his line where he's going. Claps his hands, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Spencer again. Spencer's got some room on the far side. Leaps his way forward for a first down. Pickup of about 7 on the play, 8 on the play. So Sparkman offensively, they're moving the ball on the ground. So they're going to mark him down at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 45. In at running back now is Jaden Thomas. Coming in for Spencer. 2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far side for Schaumburg. Jets defense trying to hold it right here. They're going to give it to number 7 around the far side, and he's going to try to do a counter and stutter step, but he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage by number 96 for the Jets. Tamarian Barclay with a stop for the Jets.
It was like James Clemens now. We're going to be stacking the line of scrimmage to try to stop those run plays.
So, go ahead.
Right now, just got to defend for that until they teach you to respect the pass game.
So Spencer came back in. He's going to be in the backfield. 2 splits to the near side. I will tell you that the Senators do have a 6'6" wide receiver. There's the first pass of the play game for the Senators, and it's completed for a first down. Pickup of about 16 on the play. Pass complete from Schaumburg to number 11, Camilo Montgomery for 13 yards. Into James Clemens territory. It's going to be 1st and 10. Sparkman from the James Clemens 39. So Schaumburg got 2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far side. Spencer behind him. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Spencer, closest to us. He's going to cut his way back forward, try to get a yard. They're going to give him about a half a yard on the play. Nice stop there by number 95 for the Jets. That is Ryan Williams on the defensive line for about a yard gain, and it's going to be 2nd and 9. 6:16 left to play in the first quarter. Sparkman on top, 7-0 over the James Clemens Jets. 2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far. Single setback. Schaumburg in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, hands it off to ball hits the ground. Schaumburg picks it up for a loss on the play. Tackle made by number 36 for the Jets. That is Garen Bell coming in from the linebacker position to make that stop, but Schaumburg had to pick it up off the turf.
Yeah, I mean, it actually confused me for a second. I thought he actually did hand the ball off, but until I saw him running with the ball in his hands, and then tackled again by the Jets, that's going to be a serious and costly mistake for the Senators.
So 3rd and 14, loss of 4 on the play, loss of 5 on the play. So 3rd and 14 for the Senators. Trips to the far side, 1 split to the near side. Schaumburg looking to pass. He's going to throw it across the middle. He's got his receiver in and out of the hands of the receiver. Pass intended for number 2, Matthew Rozier. Rozier had it in his fingertips, and then it just kind of fell out. So brings up 4th down and 14 for the Senators.
It looks like the pass was thrown a little bit behind him, as well as if he had caught that ball as well, he would have been immediately met by the Jets defense. It wouldn't have gone very far anyway. But this is the first time that Sparkman's actually had to punt.
So this is their first possession of the game. So 5-14, Sparkman is going to punt. Punter standing at about his 43-yard line. Back deep to receive at his 10 is Dante Snodgrass. So looking to punt, trying to get this James Clemens the ball back. Looking for the snap. Here's the snap. The punter, it's a high kick. Snodgrass just going to let that one go, and it's going to roll, take a James Clemens roll into the end zone for a touchback. So with 5:06 left to play in the first quarter, Sparkman on top 7-0. James Clemens going to get the ball for the 3rd time early in this first quarter. And like I said, they've had it 3 times. This will be the 3rd time. First series, fumble.
Yep.
Opening snap. So Gio Lopez comes out. He's got Dante Snodgrass back there with him. Going to split to the near side. That's going to be Johnson and Pittman. On the far side is going to be Tyreek Walker. Snodgrass to Lopez's left. Going to put a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be Pittman. He's going to hand it off to Pittman off the far side. Pittman's going to have a nice carry of about 4 yards.
Yeah, trying to just get our usual and steady offense rolling, really try to get an answer for that first drive.
So Kobe Johnson going to be split to the near side along with number 5, Kamari Pittman. Snodgrass is going to be set to the left of Lopez. Pittman's going to move on to the far side. Now he's in motion. Going to come from far to left, from right to left. He's going to hand it off to Dante Snodgrass. Snodgrass trying to find a hole, and he's going to lose a yard on the play. That hole just kind of collapsed right on him. So, James Clemens, 3rd down and about 5 to go as the rain is slowly starting to fall. A little drizzle coming down. Out there you can see some umbrellas popping up here and there. So 3rd and 5 for the Jets. 4:20 and counting in the first quarter. Sparkman on top by a touchdown, 7-0. Lopez looks over to the sidelines to get the call. 22 seconds left on the play clock. Snodgrass is going to move from right to left. We got Cunningham and Johnson to the near side. Tyreek Walker and Pittman to the far side. Lopez looking to pass. He's going to tuck it and run it. No, he's going to lob the pass over. It's caught by number 5. That is Pittman. Pittman shaking a couple of tacklers and pushed out of bounds in Sparkman territory as he goes out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Lopez looked like he was going to run it, kind of stepped up into the pocket, and then kind of lobbed it over to Pittman across the middle.
Gio Lopez just doing Gio Lopez things. He's always been great at the pass on the run, and saw, you said that was Kamari Pittman just wide open, no one around him, just perfectly executed.
So Pittman's on the left. Pittman's actually going to go in motion. Snodgrass to the right of Lopez. Now we got trips to the far side. Lopez going to fake the handoff to Pittman. He's going to throw it to Tyreek Walker. It was a high pass, but Walker was able to get up there with his tall frame and grab it out of the air for about a 7-yard pickup. Looked like there was a face mask as he was brought down, but there's no penalty flag on the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and short for the Jets as the ball is marked at the 41-yard line of the Senators. So the rain is starting to pick up just a little bit more, as we kind of expected. Storms are still to the west. Fake the handoff to Snodgrass. Lopez is going to flick it out to Pittman. Pittman's got some room down the sidelines. He's off to the races and shoved out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're going to say right at the 10-yard line goes Pittman. Nice little pitch and catch there by Lopez to Pittman down the sidelines.
Dude, what acceleration by Pittman, too. As soon as that ball got in his hands, he took off at full speed. There was almost no one around him that could catch him, but there was one Sparkman defender just kind of in the back that was able to push him out of bounds. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown.
So 1st and 10 for the Jets at the 10-yard line. There goes Snodgrass trying to bulldog his way forward to about the 6-yard line. They're going to mark him down at about the 7, so it'll be 2nd down for the Jets. Guys, it's going to be 2nd down and goal. They're going to say he was at the 10, so it's going to be 2nd down and 7 as he moves 3 yards up. So 2nd and goal for the Jets from the 7-yard line. So now we know what they're doing. We've got Lopez. He's got a running back to his right. Can't see the number. Going to hand it off to Pittman. Pittman has got the ball. He's going to be tackled at the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and goal for the Jets from about the 5-yard line as this rain is coming down even more. And I think it's just going to continue to do that as this game progresses. But, hey, that's what you get in the fall. You get a little football weather, you got some rain. So 3rd and goal for the Jets from the 5-yard line. Man in motion. That's Walker from left to right. He's going to be split. Now we've got Snodgrass in the Wildcat formation. Snodgrass is going to take it off the far side. He's going to bulldog his way forward down to about the 1-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and goal. What does Coach McGee do here?
I say you give it to Snodgrass again and go right up the middle.
So Snodgrass able to go from the Wildcat formation, which we've seen a lot in goal line situations where they get into short yardage situations right off the goal line. Snodgrass is staying in there, and there's a timeout on the field right now. So it looks like Sparkman's going to call their timeout. They were having trouble getting a man off the field. So 1:36 left to play in the first quarter. Sparkman on top, 7-0. You're listening to James Clemens High School football on Play Action Sports.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Welcome back to James Clemens football on Play Action Sports. 1:36 left to play in the first quarter with Sparkman on top, 7-0. But James Clemens knocking at the door, 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. With our first timeout, we have timeout with Taziki's, and what you can do is listen during our first timeout of each James Clemens ball game, and we announce the winner of a chicken dinner for 4 from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe just off of Highway 72 in Madison. And our timeout with Taziki's winner tonight is Miss Emma Grantham. Miss Emma Grantham, congratulations. You are our timeout with Taziki's winner. Snodgrass is going to take the ball off the far side on the Wildcat formation into the end zone. Touchdown, James Clemens from a yard out, Dante Snodgrass.
There we go. Jets finally got some offense rolling. Got some good plays out of Kamari Pittman, set up Snodgrass perfectly for a run up the middle. Kind of went to the right edge a little bit, just hopped in the end zone, and now we got 6 points on the board.
So Snodgrass with another touchdown on the year tonight. This one from a yard out. Waiting on the extra point by Aaron Rowe to tie this ball game up. So there's the snap. The kick is up. And it went through, looks like from us, and it is good. So with 1:31 left to play in the first quarter, we're all knotted up at 7. James Clemens 7 and Sparkman 7. You're listening to James Clemens football on Play Action Sports.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Welcome back to James Clemens football right here on Play Action Sports. 1:31 left to play in this first quarter. And there was a little bit of confusion out there. Again, there's a penalty flag. And looked like it was holding against James Clemens, but false start against James Clemens. But they're going to say that the kick was good, the extra point was good, so that's going to knot us up at 7, and they're going to take it off on the kickoff. So I tell you what, Bailey, let's take a look at our North Alabama Gas District scoreboard.
So right now we got Huntsville right now up on Florence 7-0. Lee is currently up on Ardmore 6-0. Russellville is currently up on East Limestone 7-0. And Coleman is currently up 7-0 in Athens. All those games also are only in the first quarter.
That's your North Alabama Gas District School Board serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Always call 811 before you dig. That's a huge game between Russellville and East Limestone. That's for first place in that region between those two teams, undefeated. Aaron Rowe with the kickoff. High, end over end kickoff. And it's going to bounce at the 1 and kind of stay there. He's going to have to field it at the 1. They're trying to circle around him, and they tackle him short of the 10-yard line. That ball just died at the 1-yard line. He had to pick it up and run because there were James Clemens guys coming quickly.
I don't think I've ever really seen a kickoff do that. Basically just stop like a golf shot.
He put a little bit of English on that when he kicked it. Aaron Rowe with a great kickoff right there. And Sparkman lining up 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. And this rain is coming down now, folks. It is in buckets. And these people have they've got umbrellas out. They have raincoats. Some of them are just saying, you know what, I'm just going to get wet. 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 10-yard line. Minute 27 left to play in the first quarter. Stromberg back in at quarterback. Stromberg, that's his name. He's going to keep it himself. Calls his own number, tries to find his way up the middle. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside. He's going to be brought down for a huge loss on the play. James Clemens, Darren Verhage getting back there in the backfield, making the play.
Yeah, but Jets defense doing a good job of not letting the Senators create any kind of gap. If they just kind of followed the Senators quarterback just all the way around the outside, was able to meet him behind the line of scrimmage and just brought him down for a huge loss.
So the rain coming down again, and it's just getting heavier and heavier as the seconds progress. We're under a minute left in this first quarter. 2nd and long for the Senators. Putting a man in motion. Going to try to hand it off to Spencer. Spencer's going to take the ball up the middle. It's going to be brought down for a big gain of about 8 yards on the play. Check that. Yeah. Spencer with the carry. Nice carry there by Spencer for 3rd and short. I mean, he almost picked up all of that yardage back.
Brett, I'm going to say it might have been a little influenced by the rain, but
just a little bit. It's a turf field out there, so you're not going to get muddy. Spencer trying to find his way through for a first down. He does. He picks up the necessary yardage. He picks up 5 yards on the carry, takes it out to about the Sparkman 23-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Sparkman from their own 23 as they're just going to stay on the ground. And I kind of don't blame Coach White. It's going to be hard to pass. Woo! It's coming down in sheets right now.
I almost felt a little bit of it in here.
Yeah.
We might need to close that window.
So we're under 30 seconds. We're actually down to 15 seconds in the first quarter as this rain is coming down. Shotgun formation. And the ball hits the turf. The ball is on the ground, and the quarterback, Schomburg, is going to be sacked. He's going to be brought down for a huge loss. Back there for the Jets, number 94, Andrew Millar.
God, the rain has gotten so bad out there that the James Clemens jerseys right now have actually changed from white to gray.
It is weird. So that's going to wrap up first quarter action with a sack. And we're tied up right now. Everybody's knotted up at 7. James Clemens and Sparkman. You're listening to James Clemens Jets Football on Play Action Sports.
Hey guys, this is Joanna with CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to our storefront. While you're here, you'll find a variety of Bibles, children's gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more. Come check out our children's section. It's filled with Bible stories, picture books, games, toys, and a growing selection of homeschool materials. Here at CEI Bookstore, our goal is to provide you with trustworthy resources to bring you and your family closer to God. Stop by, and our friendly staff will be happy to help you find material that fits you and your family's needs. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Taking his hand, helping each other home.
Stick around after local high school football coverage this season as we announce our Lawlers Fans of the Week. Just go to PASnetwork.net and register. Then listen during the postgame show of each regular season game as we pick the winner of a $20 Tasty Buck from Lawler's Barbecue. The next fan of the week could be you from Lawler's Barbecue and Play Action Sports.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports as we get ready to start the second quarter. James Sparkman, 2nd and long, going to try to pass the ball on 2nd down. Quarterback throws it up. It's going to be picked off. Picked off. I cannot see that number. It looks like number 7 for the Jets. Keenan Hill with the interception. They say that pass incomplete. Well, he was able to knock it down So Schomburg, he just kind of threw the ball up, and Hill not able to hold on to it. But I don't blame him, man. It is the rain is just coming down here. So 3rd and about 17 for the Senators. Ball is at the 15-yard line. Schomburg, shotgun, got one split to the far side. He's got Spencer in the backfield beside him. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking to throw it to Spencer. He does on a little screen pass up the middle to Spencer. Spencer's going to be run out of bounds at about the 22-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th down for the Senators. Good defensive action right there by the Jets.
Right now, with this rain coming down, it seems not only has it kind of pumped up the Jets' defense, but it's really kind of looks like it's inhibiting the Senators' offense as well.
So you can see the officials trying to get everybody to go quickly on everything, trying to get this quick. I was looking at the radar, Bailey, and it doesn't look like this band of storms is going to go by us anytime soon. So back deep to receive the punt. Standing at about his 50 is Dante Snodgrass. The punter is standing at about his 5-yard line. He's going to bobble the snap. He's going to pick it up and try to run it himself. He's going to have to. And the ball's going to pop out. It's going to pop back in. It doesn't matter. It's going to be James Clemens' ball right there at the 14-yard line. Bobbled snap on a punt there by the Senators gives James Clemens great field position from the Senator 14.
Yeah, insane field position. I can't imagine. If it's hard enough to throw a pass in this weather, I can't imagine what it's like to try to punt it.
So I don't know if you can hear it, folks. The wind's picking up just a little bit, and the rain is hitting those tents and everything. It is crazy out there. But that's all right. We're still got football going on. Everybody's in tight. Lopez is staying on the sidelines because we're going to run it in Wildcat formation as Snodgrass standing at about his 20 in the Wildcat formation. He's going to take the snap around to the far side, try to bounce his way to the outside. He's got some room down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, James Clemens. Dante Snodgrass with his 2nd touchdown of the night from 14 yards out as James Clemens takes a big lead right here in the 2nd quarter.
Just coming out with an explosive start to this second quarter, making really good stops on defense, pressuring the punter after a dropped snap, and then just running it in with one play after getting a turnover on downs. Just a great start.
So there's a penalty flag on the play, so they're going to say that was holding against the Jets, so that's going to bring that touchdown off the board. We get all excited, and then they turn around and take it away from us, Bailey.
I know, making me look dumb. I just hyped them up so well, saying they did such a good job, and they got to get a penalty on me.
Well, they did, but nevertheless, here we go. So it's a spot foul, so they move it back from where it was committed. So it's going to be 2nd down and 8. They're going to say we're playing 1st down. Okay, Snodgrass going to take it again to the far side. And he's going to bull his way forward for about 7 yards on the play. So he's going to be short of the 1st down. So it's going to be 2nd down and about, I said 7, but that's only 4 yards on the carry. It's kind of hard to see with that rain right there. So 2nd down and 3 for the Jets. Ball is at the 7-yard line. Snodgrass going to be back there again. He's going to take the snap. He's going to try to fight his way forward up the middle. Fights his way for about 3 yards on the play. He's going to be still short of the 1st down marker by about a half a yard. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Jets.
Just trying to get a good angle, but I mean, at this point, you still go with the same offensive plan. You just give it to Snodgrass and just let him push as hard as he can to try to get that 1st down.
So check that. That's 4th down. And the officials call a timeout. I thought they were replaying 3rd down, but now they're showing 4th down on the play. And the officials call a timeout really quick, and they're talking in the middle of the rain storm. They all can't be happy having to have this discussion. So we haven't seen Lopez at all during this possession right here because it's short yardage situation. And Snodgrass has just been running from the Wildcat formation. So the officials go over to the sidelines to recheck everything. So they replayed it. They had it marked at 4th down, and I was correct. They replayed 1st down earlier and moved the down marker to 3rd down. So 3rd and a short 1 for the Jets. Everybody's in tight except Tyreek Walker. He's split to the far side, waiting on the change of football from the sidelines. They're trying to bring a dry one out there, but it's not going to last long. and it is really hard to see, folks. It is like almost like a fog has set in. The rain is coming down at where they are, right there at about the 5-yard line. So they're still talking it over for some reason. Everybody's just standing out there just getting wet like a bunch of ducks.
I know you can kind of hear the rumbling, but do not worry. That is not thunder. We're going to keep having football, and that's just kind of the wind hitting the microphones.
All right, here we go. Play resumes. 9:46 and counting. 3rd and 1 from the 5. The Jets trying to punch one into the south end zone again. Snodgrass takes it to the far side. He's going to get the first down, but not much more than that. So it's going to be first down, James Clemens from the 4-yard line. So we got a little bit of rain coming into the broadcast booth, so we're going to close our window just a little bit. So they're going to say he's short of the first down. Looked like he got it from the spot. They're going to say he's short. They're going to call for a measurement, which is probably the wisest thing to do. So the official's calling for a measurement and bringing the chain gang from the sides. You can listen for the James Clemens Coaches Show every Wednesday at 11:05 on 1080 AM WKAC. We'll talk to Coach Chad McGee and get the inside scoop on the Jets. If you miss it, you can go to WKAC Sports page on WKAC1080.com and click on the James Clemens link to find the archives. As the chain gang came out from the side, they were able to stretch it out and see that Snodgrass did actually get the first down, so it's going to be 1st and goal, James Clemens from the 5.
Kind of with what limited I could see, it looked a little obvious that Snodgrass didn't make it across and got the first down.
Snodgrass going to get the ball again right up the middle. He's going to fight his way forward again for a short gain of about 2 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down from the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Jets. 2nd and goal. So Coach McGee's just like, let's go sure-handed. Let's just keep it simple. Let's run Dante in the Wildcat formation.
Yeah, don't even worry about putting the ball in the air under these conditions.
So you got Tyree Walker split to the far side. Snodgrass is trying to find his way through. He's going to bounce out to the outside. He's going to be tackled short of the goal line. I mean, he is really short by about a half a yard. It's going to be 3rd and goal for the Jets.
Man, again, at this point, you still go with the same offensive plan. Just give it to Snodgrass, go up the middle, and hope he powers through.
Yeah.
I'm about to say the Wildcats been very effective in the past. I don't see why it couldn't be now.
So Snodgrass and the Wildcats going to take it, and he kind of bobbled the snap a little bit and gave the defense enough time to shoot the gap and get the tackle. So the loss of about a yard on the play, so that kind of bobbled that snap, and gave that defense time to react to that. So 4th and goal from the 2 are the Jets. So it looks like, Sparkman knows what's coming, pretty much. It's just a matter of, do you guys have the defense to stop it at this point?
Yeah.
So Snodgrass, everybody's in tight. Like I said, Walker's to the far side. Snodgrass going to take the direct snap. He's going to try to bounce it to the far side. He's got himself a lane. He dives for the end zone. Did he get in? They're going to say he's short. Ooh. The defense held. I saw the pylon move, but it didn't look like he was able to get there. So it's going to be a turnover on downs. It's going to be Sparkman ball, 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line.
It's unfortunate that they didn't call it James Clemens' way, then we didn't get the touchdown, but this is going to be a very tough offensive drive here for the Senators. Again, starting on their 1, playing in what just seems like never-ending rain, trying to push all the way down the field. It's going to be very tough for the Senators.
So 7:56 left to play in the first half. Both teams, 7-7, James Clemens and Sparkman. James Clemens kind of do a score recap on the opening play of the ball game. It was James Clemens' ball. They fumbled it at the 39-yard line and Sparkman picked it up and returned the fumble for a 39-yard touchdown fumble recovery. And then James Clemens drove the field, and Snodgrass was able to get in from 1 yard out earlier in the first quarter with 1:31 left to play in the first to tie this ball game up. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Sparkman from their own, they're going to say he went out of bounds at the 1 yard line. So 1st and 10, Sparkman from the 1. Trying to get a fix on this. The rain has let up a little bit, so now it's down from a downpour to more sprinkles, if you will. So everybody's in tight. Actually, they've got 2 splits to the far side. Schomburg in shotgun formation. Jets defense looking to make a stop deep in Senator territory. Going to hand it off to Spencer. He's going to fight his way through, get out to about the 5-yard line, fall forward to the 7-yard line. So it'll be second down for the Senators. Second and about 3. So he was able to find his way through the hole for a nice gain there to give themselves a little bit of breathing room from their own goal line. So second and 3 for the Sparkman Senators. Schomburg, shotgun. Spencer to his right. Going to hand it off to Spencer again. Spencer's going to be met at the line of scrimmage by Verhaes, but he's going to drag him forward for about a 2-yard gain. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for Sparkman.
Just trying to power through. I mean, the Sparkman offense, again, is being led by Jamonte Spencer. Just trying to push through this defense as hard as they can and just try to get any kind of field position.
Just trying to get away from this deep. I mean, anything with the way the turf is, the way the ball is, the way the rain's coming down, anything can happen back here, and that just sets James Clemens up nicely to try to drive it in for a score if we can. Love to see a defense get a turnover here and return it back for a touchdown or something. So it's going to be an official timeout. So we're going to take an official timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout as well. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. So where the ball was spotted, they went ahead and respotted it, and for some reason, the 3rd and short ended up being a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 11-yard line. So they were able to get out there past the 10-yard line, which is what they needed to do. Schomburg, shotgun. Going to hand it off to Spencer. Spencer's going to try to find his way up the middle again, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage by several defensive players for the James Clemens Jets. And I tell you, the defensive line trying to hold strong.
Just doing what we know they can do, just holding strong against honestly a pretty strong run game here from the Senators. Jamonte Spencer shown himself to be a pretty capable running back so far this game, and right now it's up to that defensive line to see whether or not they can really contain him and put a stint in the Senators' offense.
So there's an unsportsmanlike conduct call on the field against James Clemens, and so that's going to move the Senators further up. It's going to give them a first down as they spot the ball at the Sparkman 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Sparkman from their 27-yard line. Not sure who that was against as far as like individual. I didn't see that. I saw a bunch of players get up and excited, so I don't know. So Sparkman lines up. Everybody's in tight except for 2 splits to the far side. We've got a shotgun. That's Schomburg. He's the quarterback. To his right is Spencer, the tailback. He's going to hand it off to Spencer to the near side. Spencer's going to find himself a hole, busts across the 40-yard line, makes a cut. It's going to be tackled past the 45 down to about the 47-yard line. Spencer was able to find some room and then make a cut and add yardage there before he was brought down.
He was met before he was even able to get to the first down marker, but then just made a couple good moves as he was able to get pretty much an extra 15 yards out of it. This is someone that the Jets defense is really going to need to contain.
So they're going to hand it off to Spencer again. He's going to try to find his way through the middle of the crowd, and he's got to go nowhere as he's brought down by number 94 for the Jets. Of course, that's Andrew Millar, who had a sack earlier to end the first quarter. And so it's going to be 2nd down and about 9 for the Senators as it is at their own 47-yard line. So the crowd's still there on the James Clemens side. Nowhere to go for them. They're going to hand it off to Spencer again up the middle. Spencer's going to try to fight his way forward again, but across the 50, Did he get to the 50? They're going to mark him right at the 50-yard line. Tackle made by Millar again and Verhage and a couple of other defensive players for the Jets. So 3rd down and about 7 to go as the ball is marked on their side of the 50.
Yeah, this game is really going to turn into the power of the running backs. He's going to have the stronger run game as it's very risky to pass in these conditions. So he's going to be able to move the ball on the ground more, and really I'm enjoying this battle.
So in the backfield, Jaden Thomas, number 7. They're going to hand it off to Thomas. He's going to try to find his way to the outside. He makes a cut, crosses the 50, down to about the 40-yard line, falls forward past the 40 as he was tackled at about the 37-yard line. Another first down for Sparkman. Able to find that hole was Jaden Thomas, and just able to get out there and find that extra running room.
And really, both these lines have been doing very, very good job at their positions and trying to create openings for their team.
Thomas takes the handoff up the middle. Verhage with the tackle right there, just kind of falls on him, but not before Thomas gets about 3 yards on the carry. So it's going to bring out 2nd down and 7. Darren Verhage kind of anchoring that defensive line for the Jets, along with Millar and a couple of others down there that are just some big guys that mean business, I tell you.
I mean, both these offensive and defensive lines are both built incredibly tough. And really with these conditions of having to be a more force on the ground game, it's really been up to them to really step up for their team.
So we're under 4 minutes left to play in the first half, all knotted up at 7. They're going to hand it off to Thomas around the far side. He's going to fall past the 35-yard line. The ball was on the ground. It was a fumble. Thomas fumbled the ball. Did they say he was down, or is it going to be – they're kind of waving it, waiting on the official. Waiting on the official to give the signal. Yes, it is James Clemens' ball as Thomas coughed the ball up. They're still saying it's James Clemens' ball. So, 2nd fumble of the night, 1 for each team.
I say it was kind of a mixed reaction from both teams. Like, you saw the James Clemens bench get really excited like they had just recovered the fumble, and then you got Sparkman's bench just kind of acting like he was down, go ahead and bring it back. But
so if this holds true, then it's going to be 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 43-yard line, and that is exactly what it is. It's a fumble recovery by James Clemens. That's what we need on defense right there.
With about 3.5 minutes left in this first half, and since we chose to receive on the first drive of the game, it's set up really good position here for the Jets.
So Lopez is going to fake the handoff, keep it himself, try to bounce his way to the outside. He's going to be tackled from behind after a gain of about 1 on the carry. So Lopez back in the game, in at quarterback. So 2nd and about, he picked up 2. They're going to say he picked up 2. So 2nd and 8 for the Jets from their own 44-yard line. So the rain tapered off a little bit, still sprinkling, but not nearly as hard as it was earlier in this quarter. Lopez takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to try to do a swing pass to the outside. And they're going to say it was a forward pass. Sparkman thought it was a backwards pass, but it was a forward pass intended for, looked like Kamari Pittman, and just wasn't able to bring it in. So Lopez kind of faked the handoff and then turned and shot it over to the sidelines. But that's what happens. That ball gets wet, man. It's hard to get some hands on it.
I mean, that's kind of been the mantra for this game. It's really just been loose balls, either whether it be bad snaps, fumbles on the ground, and really the rain has been the central cause of it.
So after that, should be 3rd down. Still waiting on the down marker to change from 2nd to 3rd. So they're saying the ball, it's going to be a penalty against James Clemens. So wait on the call here, as these officials don't really give us a heads up on what it is until the last minute. Still waiting on the call.
Getting a feeling.
But they're moving it back, so it's going to be hold. It's a holding call against James Clemens. I mean, we could have probably predicted that, but he probably should have. He probably should have given us a heads up before he made the final call. All right, so that moves that back a long way for James Clemens, all the way down to about their own 30-yard line, handing it off up the middle to Snodgrass. Snodgrass picks up about a yard on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Jets as the ball is marked at the 30-yard line. So they've got quite a bit of yardage to make up. They need to get into Sparkman territory down to the Sparkman 47 for a first down and this ball is marked at their own 30-yard line. Lopez got trips to the near side. He's got one split to the far side. He's dropping the pass. He's going to swing pass it out to Pittman. Pittman tries to spin off of one tackler's shoved out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th down for the Jets deep in their own territory.
Just trying to push it just some kind of distance, try to get within range of a first down, but sadly no scoring opportunity here for the Jets, it looks like, but we got to make sure that Sparkman doesn't get one of their own here to close out the first half.
So 2:20 left to play in the first half. Score tied 7-7. Sparkman and James Clemens in this huge Region 4 matchup. James Clemens trying to clinch first place in Region 4. Sparkman trying to hang on to 4th place right now in Region 4 and secure a playoff spot. Rose punt. It's kind of a line drive. Bounces at the 40-yard line and is going to die at the 35. They're going to say just on this side, almost between the 35 and 36-yard line. So 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own, we'll say 36-yard line.
I mean, 2:11 still on the clock. I mean, not a lot of time for Sparkman to score, but again, prepare for anything. Spencer has been an offensive threat for the Senators, being able to help them consistently push down the field. It's all about whether or not your defensive line is ready to step up and try to contain that kind of threat.
So Sparkman lines up, 2 splits to the far side. You've got Schaumburg at quarterback. He's going to go up and change the play at the line of scrimmage. He's got Spencer to his right, standing at about his 30. Now Spencer's going to move to the left, and now we've got officials. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. The first timeout of the half is going to be called by James Clemens. So that'll be the first timeout for James Clemens with 2:10 left to play in the first half. All tied up at 7. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours. Ridgeline
Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Welcome back to Play Action Sports broadcast of James Clemens Football right here as we are in the home of the Sparkman Senators. 2:10 left to play in the first half. Sparkman 7, James Clemens 7. It's 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 35-yard line. Schaumburg comes out of the timeout. It was a James Clemens timeout, their first of the half. You got Spencer to Schaumburg's right. One split to the far side. Everybody else is in tight. Shift on the defensive line. Going to hand it off to Spencer. Spencer's trying to find his way through the line of scrimmage. He's going to be met by a whole horde of defensive linemen and defensive players for James Clemens. It's just a big white jersey conglomerate gets on top of him and just rides him down for about a yard gain.
Yeah, James Clemens did a good job. As soon as that gap was created, James Clemens did a good job of adjusting, filling that gap to make sure that Spencer had nowhere to go and just stopping him with only maybe 1 yard gain total.
So the clock is stopped at 1:50, I guess, to dry the ball off. So swapping the ball out, waiting on the ball player, ball boy guy to come off the field.
The ball dryer?
The ball dryer. And so there you go. Spencer to the left to Schaumburg. One split to the far side. Spencer's going to move from the left to the right. Got a man kind of shuffling down the line. Going to hand it off to Spencer again up the middle. He's going to try to bounce his way to the outside. Picks up another 3 yards on the carry. Down to about the 40-yard line goes Spencer. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Senators. Well, we got this right here. Let's take a look at our North Alabama Gas District scoreboard. Bailey, what do we got?
So right now, Russellville is currently up on East Limestone 28-0. At halftime, Florence is up on Huntsville 21-7 in the second quarter. Austin is up on Albertville 21-0 in the first. Clemens is up on Danville 16-0 in the first. West Limestone is up 7. West Limestone and Rogers are tied at 7-all in the second quarter, and Coleman is up on Athens 7-3 in the second.
At your North Alabama Gas District scoreboard, serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Always call 811 before you dig. So, penalty flag on the play on 3rd down and 5 for the Senators. So it's going to be offsides against the Jets. So that's going to move the ball forward, and it looks like it's going to give Sparkman a first down.
Not what you want toward the latter part of a half, but still got time left in this ball game. Defensive line's going to step up. They've been containing Sparkman's running back pretty well. Let's see what they do here.
So Spencer's going to get the ball around the near side. He's going to carry some James Clemens players past the 50 down to about the 44-yard line as he picks up the first down. A nice 11-yard carry by Spencer for the Senators. He is definitely the workhorse in that offense right now. So timeout on the field as Sparkman's going to call their first timeout of the half with 31 seconds left to play in this half. Tied up 7-all. Sparkman and James Clemens. You're listening to James Clemens Jets High School football on Play Action Sports.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tippin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Welcome back to James Clemens football right here on Play Action Sports. Join us at halftime as we're going to listen to the James Clemens Jets. Well, maybe not. I think we're going to definitely have an interview with the head baseball coach, Coach Johnny Johnson, at halftime. And then we'll probably have a little discussion regarding halftime, but not sure if we'll hear the Jets band at halftime. But we'll see what we got. So Spencer gets the ball to the near side, kind of fights his way forward. Looks like he got enough for no, he's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. We're under 30 seconds left to play in this first half as Sparkman calls their second timeout of the half. And so Coach LaRon White, Bailey, looking to try to drive one in and get some points on the board because I don't know how good his field goal kicker is, but that turf is awfully wet.
Yeah, very wet turf. 21 seconds left. You're pushed into enemy territory, and you're going to be getting the ball back in the second half. You try as hard as you can to score here, but it's up to this James Clemens defense. They need to contain Spencer. Spencer's been, right now, their number one offensive option, and they're going to be looking at him to either finish it off or try to get some kind of big momentum play into a potential score.
So right now, 21 seconds left to play in this first half as James Clemens and Sparkman all knotted up at 7. Sparkman's only score of the game came off a 39-yard fumble recovery on the opening play of the ball game. And then it's, James Clemens able to answer at the last part of the first quarter with a 1-yard Dante Snodgrass touchdown run. And that's all the points that we have on the board right now. 2nd and 1 for the Senators from the James Clemens 36. Going to hand it off to Spencer. No, it's going to fake the handoff to Spencer. He's going to throw the ball up. It's a wounded duck, and it's in and out of the hands of James Clemens defender back there, free safety spot, trying to get that number for you. It is looks like number 18 for the Jets. 10 looks like number 10. Oh, Jamal Mayers. Jamal Mayers, the all-state defensive back, not able to bring that in. But with 13 seconds left to go in the first half, 3rd and 1. It was a good play call by Coach White.
That's a good play call. I'm going to blame that draw ball being that the ball was wet.
Well, I don't know. Schomburg just kind of threw that one up. But, unfortunately, we weren't able to get the turnover. Mayers wasn't able to bring that one in, but he had it, and he knew he had it. So Spencer gets the handoff up the middle, trying to find his way forward, and he does. He gets the first down. Down to about the 25-yard line goes Spencer. We're under 10 seconds. Does Coach White call his final timeout of the half? No, he's not going to call it. So they say he doesn't have any timeouts. So that's what they did. They spiked it. I guess he called the first timeout in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, that's what that timeout with Taziki's came from, was Sparkman's first timeout. Okay, so James Clemens has 2 timeouts left in the first half. Spiking the ball with Schomburg with 1 second left. This is it for the first half. The ball is marked at the Senators' 25-yard line. They're going to try for a field goal. So the kicker is going to be at his 32, at the James Clemens 32. So it's going to be a 42-yard kick, 42-yard field goal attempt here by Sparkman with 1 second left. The kick is up, and it's not going to have the leg, and it's going to fall wide right and short. So that's going to do it for first half action. We're all tied up at 7. Sparkman 7, James Clemens 7. At halftime, you're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
Time for our Play Action Sports Sideline Shout-Out. A tip of the hat from the head coaches to their assistants on the sidelines.
You know, we've got 2 outstanding trainers, Dan and Caitlin. You know, our kids, they keep our kids healthy and, you know, they get in treatment and, you know, really communicate with us what's going on with the kids so that, you know, we can put them in the best position to be healthy. And they've been here a while, a lot longer than I have. Been doing it for years, and you know, they've got great relationships with the kids here, and do a really great job of communicating with parents, which I think is huge in that role. Make sure parents are aware of what's going on, and make sure that their sons are coming in and doing what they need to do. But you know, they're kind of the glue that holds us together from a physical standpoint, and just really proud of those two. Glad they're with us.
That's tonight's Sideline Shout-Out. We'll be back with a halftime show after this from Play Action Sports. North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at TzatzikisCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
This is Joanna from CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Many of you are searching for Bible study materials for your home or for Bible class. Sometimes that process can be challenging and difficult. I'd love to help you find solutions that would fit your needs and give you more time for your studies. One of our most popular book lines is the Bible Textbook Series. These workbooks are designed to take teen and adult students book by book through the Bible. So stop struggling with the search and come by and let us help you select reliable and meaningful study materials for your class or family. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. We are at halftime in this Regional 4 matchup between the Sparkman Senators, the home team, and the visiting James Clemens Jets. Knotted up at 7 apiece, and just kind of recap a little bit about what happened in the first half. James Clemens comes out, takes the ball first, and opening snap right off the bat. It was a bad snap. Gio Lopez was able to pick it up, but he threw the pass out to Dante Snodgrass in the flat, and Snodgrass got a few yards on the carry, but bounced the ball off the turf, recovered by Sparkman Senators, and they returned it 34 yards for their opening touchdown, defensive touchdown, and that was their only points of the game. And then later on in the first quarter, the Jets drove it down, and it got down to the 1 yard line of the Sparkman Senators, and Dante Snodgrass from his wildcat formation was able to punch it in from a yard out. And then in the second quarter, you know, the Jets were able to have a fumble recovery on a botched punt, and were not able to punch it in from about 5 yards out as a Snodgrass's attempt fell short. And that's kind of where we're at right now at halftime, all knotted up at 7 apiece. And right now, joining us at halftime up here in the broadcast booth in this little area up here, we got the head coach of the varsity baseball team, Coach Johnny Johnson. Coach Johnson, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, man, thank y'all for having me back again. I always enjoy my time with you guys.
Well, Coach, I mean, last year you guys finished third in Region 8. You had a great record of 27-12. Probably not where you wanted as a coach. I know you would love to get all of those 12 back on the other side of the column, on the win column. But you guys finished third, and this is your fourth season going into James Clemens. You know, this is not your first high school gig. You coached at Fort Payne, but you've also got some collegiate experience. You've got you were a pitching coach.
I was.
College. Yeah. You also a little bit of the professional league, a little bit, had some coaching experience there. What's the difference in how you approach and what you're looking for in the players from a high school level and then college and then on into pros?
You know, that was a big adjustment for me, especially my first, 3 years at Fort Payne was I didn't have kids that were on scholarship and they weren't sold to baseball only. And that transition was not a smooth one always. Mm-hmm. You know, and so we had to meet in the middle somewhere. Took over a program that those kids needed to learn to work harder and really value the baseball program. And so by the fourth year, we kind of put things together and went on a run. But understanding that those kids some of them love football but play baseball because they like it. Mm-hmm. You know, that aren't necessarily looking to be college athletes but want to have a great high school career. And how I balance those kids versus the ones that want to go play pro ball, you know, one day. They have these dreams, and understand that not every kid has the same level of not necessarily want to, but what their aspirations are. Mm-hmm. And I had to balance that and learn to balance that, whereas college kids are all on, you know, a lot of them are on scholarship, and they all think they're going to be pro players, right? So,
oh, yeah.
So that was the biggest adjustment early on in my high school career, for sure, that they've got other activities that may be just as important as baseball, and that's okay.
Yeah. So you left Fort Payne High School. You were there for 14 years?
We were, yeah.
Yeah, 14 years. You ended up being the winningest baseball coach there in Fort Payne. But yet you made the transition over here to James Clemens. What brought you to Madison?
Well, I think, you know, after 14 years, I mean, that's a long time at one place for a coach. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, that's, you know, I really went into that job when I left college baseball thinking this will be a pit stop for a few years, you know, and then move on. And then it became home. And I was married when I got there, had a son in Fort Payne, and really became home. But, you know, there's a certain time where you decide, hey, it's time for a new challenge. Sure. And if I'm going to have a new challenge, when is the right time for your family? And my son was entering 7th grade, so he's just about to start middle school sports. And just the timing of the whole thing was right. And the draw to be in Madison at James Clemens, I think that James Clemens is a gold mine. I really do. I believe that. Where it is, the growth that Madison's seeing, the baseball community in Huntsville in general is a great baseball area. And I thought, man, if this is the time, for my son was right, the school was right, the administration was right, and it was just like, this is it. It's time to leave and do something different.
So when you look at coming out, we talked about your record last year, finishing third in Region 8, 27-12. How are you looking to prepare this team right here for next season, for this upcoming season? How are you doing that?
Well, we got a lot of new faces that'll be on the field, so it's a totally different group. Last year's group was senior heavy. Again, 27 wins and set the school record there, but didn't get in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. It was a tough area. I think the last rankings came out. Florence was third, we were fifth, Bob Jones was sixth, and we just didn't do our job when we got to area play, and that's the bottom line. And those teams were good. And so, with so many new faces going to be in those starting lineup and trying to figure out who fits where, you kind of don't even talk about last year. You just move on to where are the pieces this year, what do we need to do better. And that's the one thing about high school, too. College, I could go recruit the guys to fit what I wanted to do.
Right.
High school, you got to figure out, okay, who do I have? What style do we need to play? We have our core values, and we're going to play a certain way. But trying to fit those pieces and go, okay, do I need to sit back and let these guys swing? Do I need to put pressure? Do I have the pieces to do those things? Mm-hmm. Trying to use the fall and early spring to figure that out with so many new faces is important.
So talking about some of these new faces and some of the, I guess you've still got a couple of veteran players on the team.
Sure, yeah.
So anybody in particular, any of the players you're looking to have some big things from this year?
I think right off the bat, Noah Berry sticks out to me, big right-handed pitcher. He's 6'5", 6'6" kid. He's committed to Samford. Mm-hmm. He didn't throw a ton of innings last year because we had older pitchers. But, he had a great summer and up to 90 miles an hour and really pitched well. And I think his future is really bright, and he's going to be a big one for us on the mound for sure. Andrew Lawrence is a kid that was a basketball player last year, didn't play a whole lot of varsity for us. But, boy, he's another one that I'm getting some college calls from already from his summer stuff, and will be our shortstop. Nate Geist returns. Nate was a surprise for us as a sophomore last year and had a great season. And so he's back. So there's some new faces, some that are returning. Figuring out there's guys like Colin Luzier that played I think he played every position but catcher, pitcher, and first base last year. So figuring out where does he fit?
Yeah.
Who's going to be healthy?
Right.
I don't know. Gio's had some shoulder issues throughout this year. And I don't know that we're going to have him depending on what they decide to do there. So figuring out who's going to be on the field. Carson Crehan was a kid that moved away. So there's some holes to fill.
Yeah.
But I like our guys. Really, the senior class is smaller, but got some talented kids like Barry and Luzier and those guys. Our juniors and our sophomores are pretty good groups. And so we'll lean on some younger guys this year that we may not have had to do in the past.
So you open the season up for the 2022 season. You open it up against Huntsville High.
Yeah.
So what, in your mind, how are you looking to approach that? You kind of talked about it a little bit, but trying to figure out where you're going to put your puzzle pieces and make it fit. But you know who your first opponent is, what you're looking for.
Well, Huntsville, we have gone back and forth with them since I've been here. Last year had some success against them, and had a good year against them. But they're a team that, they've got Stone Lawless, the kid behind the plate that's committed to Tennessee, and they got the Prestigard kid that's a hitter and a pitcher. They've got some pieces that are starting to grow up over there, and some young guys coming along at the right time that they're going to be a good team this year, much better than they were last year, I would suspect. So, not somebody just because we had success against them last year we can take lightly to open the season.
Right.
And so Coach Lamb does a good job, and he'll have those guys ready for sure.
In area play, you know who your opponents are. So, it's a strong area. You guys, that's the one thing when you get into this type of ball, you get into 7A ball, everybody's stout. And so, anybody in particular that you kind of got your eye on, or are you just going to play?
Well,
ball?
Obviously, every year we're going to have our eye on Bob Jones, right? That's just a built-in deal with being in the city of Madison. And they're going to have a good team again. Obviously, they lost Alford and Solis and some guys like that. But they're still talented.
Yes.
They got kids that can play the game. And, Florence will be interesting to see what they've got because they lost a lot of their core from last year, but still have Mahan and Noah Toney. I'm telling you, the group, they're not in our area, but the group that's the group to beat's right here, Sparkman.
Yeah.
Sparkman's loaded.
Oh, yeah.
And so, it'll be interesting to see how they gel together and what they can do. And we play them a couple times late, actually, in the season. So I think they're the team to beat in this Huntsville metro area.
Well, when you look at, you talked about James Clemens overall when you moved over here from Fort Payne, and it's a gold mine. I think the thing that strikes me in the short history of James Clemens is the commitment to athletics and facilities, and you guys got a great facility down there.
I appreciate that.
You guys that infield, love the infield.
We do too.
Imagine so.
It's been nice.
It is nice.
That was a big plus for us last year, getting that. Especially right now, we don't have an indoor place to get inside. So having that to get practice time on, has been a huge plus for us getting that in last year. And we actually just put a new outfield wall up this week, so got a nice metal wall. It cleans everything up a lot, and so things are heading in the right direction for sure, facility-wise. And heck, you can't complain when you got a place like that.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time tonight. I mean, I'm excited for baseball. I'm a baseball guy myself.
Okay.
I love baseball, and we love to watch it. I definitely want to come catch some games this year.
Yeah, please do.
So, man, I appreciate
you. Get you set up to do something like this at a ball game,
man.
right?
Let's do it, man. I'm all about this. I'd love to broadcast some James Clemens baseball. I don't know. Look over here, my producer.
Gotta get Tim going, right?
Hey, all I need is a nod from Tim. He knows I'll do it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, head coach Johnny Johnson, James Clemens, varsity baseball coach. Coach, thanks for coming in.
All right, Kurt, thank you very much.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
You've been listening to James Clemens Football right here. It's a halftime. I've not been listening. You've been listening to our halftime show. Still got about 5.5 minutes left before the second half kickoff. We're all knotted up at 7 apiece between Sparkman and James Clemens. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap again the first half and get ready for the second half. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs, Salem Pharmacy, or Florence Express Pharmacy will fill the bill. All three locations are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South, Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99, and Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, And that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate.
Hey, this is Jim from Lawler's Barbecue. A lot of you folks out there keep asking where we cook our barbecue because you don't see pits and smoke. Well, guess what? You never will because we cook it in Lewisburg, Tennessee at our USDA facility so that we can maintain consistency and quality. So no matter which store you come to, you get the same great taste. Philip's been cooking barbecue since 1978, and I promise you, he's got the hang of it. He's been doing it so long, he doesn't want to be cremated. He's asked to be slowly smoked over glowing hickory coals. So come try some Lawler's Barbecue at any of our 7 locations today. Lawler's Barbecue, cook slow, served fast.
The Play Action Sports Report is back in podcast form. Look for it every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. The Play Action Sports Report. Scores, interviews, highlights, and more from school, youth, and amateur sports in Athens and Limestone County. The Play Action Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform or online at pasnetwork.net.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. I'm Kirk Pierce. Alongside me, the color commentator, Mr. Bailey Lowry, and our producer, Tim Lambert. You heard the interview with head coach Johnny Johnson, the varsity baseball coach for James Clemens. Bailey, I don't know if you're a baseball guy, but I tell you, man, I'm excited about some James Clemens baseball.
I've been kind of in and out of baseball. I used to play it a little bit when I was younger, kind of went from that to golf, but I kept up with high school baseball a little bit in the past, and yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm excited for James Clemens baseball, too.
Well, we're excited tonight because right now it's a tie ball game at halftime. We're just a little over 2 minutes before we start the second half. The score tied up, like we said, Sparkman 7, James Clemens 7. And like at the early part of halftime, I kind of recapped what happened. But for Sparkman, you know, offensively, they don't have any offensive points on the board, but they do have a defensive touchdown on the board right off the first snap of the ball game.
Yeah, we ended up decided to receive the first kickoff, and immediately first play of the game, bad snap, and then Giovanni tried to shovel pass it over to Dante Snodgrass, which he would end up fumbling, and Sparkman would recover for a 35-yard touchdown. But even with their lack of offensive points, this offense has been, well, honestly pretty good, led through their running back number...
You're talking about Spencer?
Yeah,
Jamonte Spencer?
Jamonte Spencer, number 23.
Yeah, he's kind of been the workhorse for the Sparkman Senators, really picking up a lot of the yardage, having a hard time from the defensive side kind of wrapping him up. Now, we've had some good stops against him, but he's been able to find some room and pick up big yardage, but still no offensive points on the board for Sparkman. On the flip side, James Clemens, you know, we went to Dante Snodgrass, who we've talked about all year long, and kind of depended on him. We got down into the 10-yard line and went to the Wildcat formation, which we've seen before.
Yeah, I mean, it really is with the Wildcat and with Snodgrass. Just really that kind of consistent offense you can run that you know is going to get you a point. Like, well, when you reach the end zone, yeah, that's typically what they go for is Wildcat, Dante Snodgrass within 10 yards. He's going to get us a touchdown.
Yeah, and he was able to, you know, run 3 plays, get it down to the 1-yard line. It was 4th and goal. Snodgrass went in with about 1:31 left to play in the first quarter. And then the second quarter, you know, we almost had another touchdown. It was a punt. Sparkman was punting deep in their own territory, and the punter in the middle of the rainstorm bubbled the snap, and we were able to, you know, recover it at about the 15-yard line, got all the way down to the 5, and then we're not able to get it in. We actually had a touchdown run on the first play from scrimmage, and that was called back for a holding.
Yep, and then I honestly thought that we scored on the 4th down version that we had, but they ended up marking us, I believe, just 1 yard short. And I saw the pylon fall over. I was ready to go and celebrate a James Clemens touchdown, but they ended up calling it back, or we're calling it a turnover.
So as you mentioned, James Clemens won the opening kickoff, or the opening coin toss, and elected to receive the opening kickoff. So that means that Sparkman will start the ball in the second half start the second half with the ball as they're going out and their two receivers, kickoff return man. They've got three kickoff return men back deep, standing at about the 10-yard line. Aaron Rowe is going to kick off for James Clemens. And we're getting ready for second half action right here. James Clemens football and Play Action Sports as Aaron Rowe lines up to kick off the second half. There's the kick. Oh, and he boots all of that. And it bounces into the end zone as you heard the cannon fire from Sparkman. And that's going to be a touchback for the Senators. And it'll be 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 20. Aaron Rowe doing what Aaron Rowe does, deep kickoffs.
I'm glad you knew what that shot was because I had no clue. I was ready to run out of here.
That is a cannon that they fire after each kickoff and Sparkman touchdown. So we've only heard it 3 times tonight. 4 times. No, 3 times. Opening kickoff, fumble recovery touchdown, and then the third kickoff, or the second half kickoff. Here we go. Sparkman. Everybody's in tight. Spencer to the right of Schaumburg. He's got one split to the far side. Schaumburg got a man kind of in motion from left to right. Going to hand it off to Spencer. Spencer's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage and be drugged down by number 94 for the defense. That is, of course, Andrew Millar. Yeah. Mr. Millar grabbing hold of a jersey and bringing the guy down.
That's a name that we've just seemed to be calling all night there on the defensive front. It's Andrew Millar personally making sure that he stops that run game.
So second down and no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Sparkman, shotgun. Single setback. Going to hand it off to Spencer to the near side. Now, no, that's not Spencer. That is number 7. The other running back picks up a yard on the play. That is Jaden Thomas for 1 gain. Nice defensive stop right there by the Jets.
They're trying to make some kind of scramble out to the outside, but the Jets' defensive line was there to meet him and bring him down with relative ease.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for Sparkman from their own 21-yard line. Defense lines up, making adjustments. Everybody's in tight except for one split to the far side. Shotgun formation. Got number 7 back there with him. That is Jaden Thomas. Schaumburg, quarterback. Waiting on the snap. Looks like Jets are lining up for a blitz. Got Tyreek Walker on the on defense on the near side. Shuffle down. He's going to drop back into the pass coverage. They're going to sling pass it over to number 7. Thomas was the intended receiver on kind of a screen pass. It's going to be over his head, fall incomplete. 4th down. Good opening defensive stop for the Jets.
Yeah, but quick 3 and out for the Senators offense. Just the ideal way to start here for the Jets. Looks like we're going to have Snodgrass 2 back to receive. So let's see what we can make happen here now that we're on offense.
So Snodgrass standing at about the 47-yard line, his own 47, as the punter is standing at his 6-yard line. The up man for the punter, making sure he's got everybody in position. Counted all 11 players. There's the snap. It's a much better snap this time. There's the punt. It's a high, good hang time punt. Snodgrass is going to let that one bounce and keep rolling. And that it does all the way down to the James Clemens 19, where it's going to be down 1st and 10. James Clemens to open the second half with their first possession of the second half from their own 19. 10:24 left to play in this third quarter. You can go to tailgatetalk.net, enter your nominations for the Applebee's Athlete of the Week, and vote on the weekly poll. We'll announce the winner Saturday between 10 and noon on Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. The winner receives a gift card from Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from Got You Covered, Screen Printing, and more. 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 19. Lopez in the shotgun. He's got Snodgrass to his right, trips to the far side. He's going to hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass trying to find his way, and is going to be brought down for a loss on the play of about 4 yards as he had nowhere to go as big number 99 for the Sparkman Senators there to make the stop.
Yeah, just trying to take advantage of a gap he saw, but it quickly got filled there by the Senators' defense, and he was just met immediately behind the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun, Lopez. Going to fake the handoff to Snodgrass. Going to throw the ball out here to pass intended for Cunningham off of his fingertips. Falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 14. So Cunningham, ball hit him right in the hands. He wasn't able to bring it in, probably because it is wet and that turf is wet. We do have a little bit of drizzle right now over us as the rain has ceased for the moment, for the most part. Looks like we've got offsides on the defense. Going to be encroachment on the defense. It's got to be what that is because the lineman jumped all the way across. Yep, that's what they called offsides. It's going to give us some of that yardage back that we lost. Move the ball down to the 21-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 8 for the Jets.
There's one call every game. Again, I don't know if it's his cadence, the way he says it, something, but there's always one call a game of offsides.
So Lopez in the shotgun formation. He's got Snodgrass to his left, trips to the far side. He's dropping back to pass. He's looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep. He's throwing it for Cunningham. It's going to be pass interference right there. The official's trying to get his flag out as the pass was intended for Cunningham, and Cunningham just kind of was in man-to-man coverage. The defensive player was in man-to-man coverage and bumped Cunningham right there at the last minute to draw that pass interference.
Mm-hmm. They're kind of looking like, well, I had my hands up. That couldn't have been a penalty. But it's like, well, you still passes very catchable. Bumped him right when it was about to be within his range. That's going to be pass interference.
So that's going to be first down for the Jets. After the pass interference call, they're going to mark the ball at the 36-yard line. Looks like 36-yard line. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 36. Rain starting to pick back up again. Got splits to both sides, 2 on each side. Snodgrass in the backfield beside Lopez, actually to his left. Lopez looks over to the sidelines, gets his correct call, and drops back into shotgun. He's got Walker and Johnson to the near side. He's looking to the near side, but he's going to tuck it and run it himself. Crosses the 40. Is going to be brought down right at the 41-yard line. Takes a big hit, almost out of bounds, but he's able to jump up and shake his head like, nah, not affecting me. I picked up some yardage. So nice pickup there by Lopez for 6 yards.
Yep, just took the hit like a champ, bounced right back up and said, all right, 2nd down.
Here we go, 2nd and 4 for the Jets as we're moving the ball. 9:35 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Scores tied 7-7 in this Region 4 matchup. Handoff to Snodgrass up the middle. Snodgrass trying to shake a defender. Crosses the 45 down to about the 46-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. So it's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Jets. Now they're going to mark him down. They're going to say he got the first down. So it's really from that angle right there. It looked like it was at the 46, but like I said, it's at the 47. Okay, so here we go. 1st and 10. James Clemens from the 47. 2 splits to the near side. That is Pittman and Walker. Lopez looking to pass. He's looking over here to the flat. He's looking to throw it deep to Walker. Walker in and out of his hands right there at the 20-yard line. Double coverage. Lopez just kind of threw the ball up. Had it placed right into Walker's hands, but fell right through.
Very well-placed pass, but, yeah, again, kind of like you said, it might be due to the conditions. But ball just barely in and out. Let's see what they can do with their next offensive chance.
So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Pass intended for Walker. We're going to split to the near side. That's going to be Pittman. We're going to go Walker and Johnson to the far side. Pittman's going to go in motion. And then we have movement. Offensive line moved in that motion. As everybody was in motion, Pittman was in motion, and then the left guard moved. So it's going to move them back for the false start. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 15 for the Jets. So we're going to go trips to the far side. Looks like it's Pittman, Cunningham, and Johnson. Everybody else is in tight. Lopez is going to fake the handoff and throw it out here to Johnson. Johnson's going to catch it, and the ball falls out of his hands. Doesn't look like they're saying it was an incomplete pass because the ball was in his hands and then he dropped it. He never had full possession of the ball.
Yep.
He did not come down with both feet on the ground. He did not have both hands on the ball. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 14 for the Jets. So Lopez faked it to Snodgrass and then kind of rolled out and was trying to hit Johnson in the flat.
Which he did, just might have thrown the ball a little too high. Johnson had to go up for it, just didn't land right. Incomplete pass.
So 3rd and long for the Jets. Lopez dropping back to pass. Tucks it, runs. He's still on the move. He throws it deep. He's got his man deep. Oh, right out of the hands of Cunningham. Just a little too far out of his reach. Just led him just a little too far at the 20-yard line. And so that's going to bring up 4th and long, which means we're going to punt with 8:53 left to play in the third quarter.
Still a pretty well-placed pass, though, especially being on the run, being chased down by defenders, as well as in the rain. That was still pretty well-placed, but, again, just a little unfortunate. It's just barely overthrown. They move on to 4th down.
So Aaron Rowe lines up to punt. The punt returner for the Senators standing at his 25-yard line. Making sure we've got everybody out there that we need, all 11. There's the snap. It's a low snap. Rowe had to hurry, and he gets the punt off. It's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line as he takes a knee right there at the 30. So 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 30. And 8:46 left to play in this third quarter, and the rain's starting to come down a little bit more, Bailey.
Yeah, very back and forth game, though. However, offensively, it seems like neither team has really given the other one an inch when it comes to the offense. Either the Jets are making really good defensive stops as well as Sparkman. It's really going to be interesting to see who can get that momentum and get the offensive edge.
So 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 30-yard line. We got 2 splits to the far side. Single running back, that's Spencer. Sean Burke's going to hand it to Spencer right up the middle. Spencer's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Bounce off one defender. Carry 3 more. Still on his feet, dragging defenders. Crosses the 50. Ball is on the ground. The ball was stripped. Did they say he was down? Waiting to come out of that. It is James Clemens' ball. They recovered it at the 45-yard line as Spencer was breaking tackles. But James Clemens able to get in there and rip that ball right out.
It was just slipping through defenders. I actually kind of saw a little bit when Spencer was going down. He was more kind of rolling to kind of land on his back. And as he was falling, that ball was stripped away. James Clemens recovers, and now we got the Jets ball once again.
So the rain has picked up quite considerably in the last couple of minutes as it is coming down really hard now, folks. Everybody's in tight, so we know what that is. Snodgrass back there for the Wildcat. He's got the snap. He's going to try to run it up the middle. He's down to about the 48-yard line, 49-yard line, so picks up a nice 4 yards on the pickup. So 2nd down and 6 for James Clemens as Snodgrass is going to stay back there as we're at 8 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And I tell you, everybody's trying to get this game moving fast. Snodgrass takes the snap. It's a direct snap to him. He's going to try to find his way to the outside, loses a yard. So it's still going to bring up 3rd down, and it's just hard moving out there right now.
Yeah, it's just moving as fast as they can, keeping the ball on the ground. But you don't want to risk a pass play, either slipping through the fingers or getting intercepted in this rain. So it looks like James Clemens is really exclusively going with the Wildcat formation right now.
So Snodgrass, everybody else is in tight except for Walker. He's split to the far side. Snodgrass trying to bounce it to the outside. He's got some room. Takes it to the outside, picks up about 3 yards, still on his feet. Twists and turns, crosses the 50 into Sparkman territory. He's going to be short of the 1st down by about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 4th and 3 for the Jets as they are at the Sparkman 48-yard line.
Man, this rain really is starting to come down. I'm having a hard time just seeing the crowd on the other side of the field.
Yeah, I can barely see the white jerseys of James Clemens. Thank goodness I know who some of these players are. So Dante Snodgrass in the Wildcat. Everybody else is in tight. I mean, everybody. Well, nope, Tyree Walker split to the far side. So probably what's going to happen is Snodgrass is going to try to bounce it to the outside. 4th down, he dives forward. Does he get it? They say he's at the yard marker. Does he dive forward past the 1st down marker? Yep, they're going to move the chains. Good run there and dive forward for Dante Snodgrass.
Yeah. Just knowing, just a dive forward for that extra couple yards, I ended up getting the 1st down. Good call there and play IQ there from Snodgrass.
So Snodgrass picks up the 1st down. So 1st and 10, Jets from the Senator 45-yard line. Snodgrass, direct snap again. Going to try to run it to the outside. He's got some room down the sidelines. He creeps his way around to the outside, cuts across the middle. He's to the 20, down to the 10. He's at the 5, jumps forward, crosses the end zone. Touchdown, James Clemens. From 45 yards out, Dante Snodgrass, all Dante Snodgrass on that one. He ran, all those blockers did good to keep everybody pushed to the inside. He found that seam on the outside, ran that sidelines, made a cut across the middle, and got in for the touchdown.
He kind of disappeared on the far side for us when we were watching the play. He kind of disappeared for a little bit and then just shot out from the sideline only had to beat one guy, and then there was a Sparkman defender kind of tailing him, but just didn't have enough speed to tackle him. And just what a great run there by Snodgrass, putting the Jets up with their first lead of the night.
So it looks like what Coach McGee is going to do is try for a 2-point conversion because it is coming down really hard. Lopez under center. All right, he's going to take the snap, and he's going to bite his way forward, dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And it is good. So with 6:30 left to play in the third quarter, James Clemens takes an 8-point lead. 15-7 on top of Sparkman. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. 6:30 left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens on top, 15-7 on top of Sparkman. We are in Sparkman in Harvest, Alabama, for the home of the Sparkman Senators. And it is coming down, Bailey. It is a torrential downpour right now. It is sloppy out there on this turf.
I can't imagine what it's like playing on that turf right now. You probably, in the back of your mind, is constantly thinking about, I do not want to slip and fall here.
Well, I think the only saving grace right now is that the temperature is not cold.
Yep.
Because if there's one thing that's worse, is cold rain. And what's worse than that? Ice storms. Been through and played football in both. All right, Aaron Rowe lines up. So celebration penalty marked off after the touchdown. Aaron Rowe's going to pooch kick it. It's going to roll on the ground. It's almost like an onside kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 49-yard line by the Sparkman Senators. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Sparkman from the James Clemens 49-yard line. And it was really almost like an onside kick, and I don't blame them.
I mean, in this rain, you'd have a much higher chance of messing up a deep kick than just kind of pooch kicking a little bit, trying to get to the 50, maybe even recover it. But now it's just whether or not you can stop this run game from Sparkman.
So James Clemens able to capitalize on a fumble by Sparkman, punch it into to take the lead, 15-7 with 6:28 left to play in the third quarter. Kirk Pierce, Bailey Lowry, and our producer, Mr. Tim Lambert. Schomburg, shotgun, gonna hand it off to Spencer. Spencer's got some room again. He tries to bounce his way to the outside, but he's going to be tackled before he gets to the outside. But a nice pickup of about 6 yards on the carry by Spencer.
Say again, Spencer just being kind of like how you said earlier, just a workhorse for this offense, being the number one guy they're going to, especially, again, we keep bringing up the weather conditions, but yeah, in this rain, you're going to want to keep it on the ground. And right now, he's their number one guy to do that.
So second and 5, bringing up Spencer. He's to the left of Schomburg, putting a man in motion. Looks like they're going to do a jet sweep, and that's exactly what they do. He's going to drop the ball. The ball's going to be on the ground, and the turf is still rolling around. Looks like James Clemens was able to recover it. Do they? And it is. A wet ball. James Clemens recovers another fumble.
This has just been the theme to today's game, really. Just drop balls, loose balls. You got bad snaps. That's the second fumble in a row. Third fumble in a row.
No, it's the second fumble in a row. Third fumble overall tonight.
Yeah.
So that is that's fortunate for James Clemens, unfortunate for Sparkman, as James Clemens just scored off of one fumble, and now they have an opportunity to try to put some more points on the board with 5:43 left to play in the third quarter. So Lopez, he's got one split to the far side. That's Tyreek Walker. Lopez has got everybody else in tight. He's standing at about his 35, waiting on the snap. Low snap, he's going to keep it himself and try to run it up the middle. He's got some room. It's going to be brought down, and the ball pops out. Are they going to say he was down? Nope. They're going to say Gio fumbled the ball. So that ball pops out, and now we have another fumble. So, one fumble on that side, another fumble on this side.
At this point, you just kind of throw your hands up and say, all right, that's just gonna kind of be it for today's game. That's how it's going to be.
So 2 fumbles in a row. There have been 3 turnovers by Sparkman tonight. All 3 have been fumbles. There have been 2 turnovers by the James Clemens Jets. Both of those have been fumbles. So the officials are going to take a timeout right now to see, I guess, are they going to talk about where to spot it? Yeah. So they're going to restart the play clock. Here we go. No, they negated that fumble. They said he was down. All right, here we go. They turned it back over. All right, so Lopez was able to they said that Lopez was down. So they had marked it going the other way, but now it's 2nd and 1 for the Jets. Snodgrass going to take the snap to the far side, trying to find another crease. Tackled at about the 49-yard line. Still going to be short of the first down by about a yard. That was crazy because the officials said that was a Sparkman Senator fumble recovery, and then they turned it back over.
Yeah, I mean, he did the whole sign and
they
everything.
Overturned it, yeah.
At midfield, said it was Sparkman's ball, and then kind of just nonchalantly said it was ours.
So 3rd and 1. Snodgrass up the middle. He's going to pick up the first down, fall forward to about the 46-yard line with 5 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from the Sparkman 46-yard line. You can kind of hear the wind pick up just a little bit as the rain's coming down. Snodgrass got everybody in tight except Tyreek Walker to the far side. Wildcat formation. Snodgrass trying to bounce it to the outside. He's going to be wrapped up for a loss on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and long for the Jets.
Again, just trying to keep with their offensive game plan, just steady yard gain through their run game. Just trying to steadily work through this Sparkman defense.
So running is Snodgrass to the far side. He's going to push his way forward, still on his feet past the first down marker all the way down to the 35-yard line. 34 goes Snodgrass. Comes up. Check that. That was number 3 that looked like Cunningham coming out of the game. Couldn't see the number because it's still very gray out there. Snodgrass is in there. He's going to fumble the ball, but the whistle's going to blow it dead. So I'm not sure what it's a false start against James Clemens. So penalty flag on first down right there as Snodgrass is back in the Wildcat formation.
A little bit, James Clemens kind of getting a little bit of a bailout with the bad snaps. Had a fumble that, again, with the fumble that kind of looked like it had been a turnover, but we ended up keeping the ball as well as this bad snap. But let's take advantage of these and try to get some good field position.
Snodgrass takes the direct snap. Going to bounce it to the outside. That's to the left. Gets out of bounds after a pickup of about 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up, after the penalty that moved them back, so they replayed first down. The ball was marked at the 39-yard line. So you got about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 14. 3:44 and counting. James Clemens up 15-7 on Sparkman. James Clemens with the ball, 2nd and long. Everybody's in tight again. Wildcat, Snodgrass, going to bounce it up the middle, try to find a hole. He's going to be brought down after another yard gain, so it's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Jets. I mean, Sparkman's just lining up. They know what's coming.
Yeah, they're just doing a good job of reading this offense and just being there for when the play is not even happening, but about to happen. Like, they're filling in the gaps where they think the play is going to be. And so far with the first two plays of this 4-down series, they've been on it.
So the rain has scaled back. It's just a nice drizzle, if you will. Snodgrass looking to get the Senators to jump off sides. It's 3rd and long. Ball is at the 37-yard line of Sparkman. Snodgrass moves everybody over to the left. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Snodgrass is going to take it to the far side. It's going to be right at the 35-yard line. Gets out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Man, trying to get my yard markers. So going to bring up 4th down for the Jets.
I mean, it's a little tough to see the markers. I mean, the rain's still pouring down, kind of obscuring it a little bit, but fourth down in their own territory. Are we going to be going for it?
We got to go for it. I mean, you're deep. You got the lead. It's sloppy out there right now. So 4th and about 8 for the first down. Ball is at the 31-yard line of Sparkman. Play clock is down to 10 as Snodgrass looks over to the sidelines. Everybody's in tight, again, except for Tyreek Walker. He is split to the left. James Clemens is going from left to right, so basically north to south, looking to try to get in the south end zone, and James Clemens is going to take a timeout with a minute 54 left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens on top, 15-7. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. A minute 54 left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens on top, 15-7 over the Sparkman Senators in this Region 4 matchup. James Clemens with a win, stays in first place, wins the region outright. Sparkman trying to maintain their hold on fourth place, try to get into the playoffs. Lopez, shotgun. Going to fake the handoff to Tyreek Walker around the end. Lopez trying to get some room, crosses the 25, out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Did he get enough for the first down? Yes, he did. Lopez knew exactly where that first down marker was and got out of bounds.
He got, I believe, almost no room for error there. I believe he got out of bounds right at where the first down marker was. Good awareness by Gio Lopez.
There's a little bit of a mix-up in the backfield. I wasn't sure if he was trying to fake the ball to Tyreek Walker or not, but he did fake the ball and then kept it himself and ran to the near side and picked up the first down. So 1st and 10, James Clemens, as Dante Snodgrass tried to bounce it to the outside, gets to the 20-yard line down to the 15, shoved out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. They're going to say 15-yard line. Goes Snodgrass. So nice pickup. He's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards. 3 yards on the play, or 3 yards, so 7-yard carry there by Snodgrass.
And this is about when you go into your usual end zone offense, about to say Wildcat formation with Dante Snodgrass, just let him do what he does.
So him going out of bounds stops the clock at a minute 38 left to play in the third quarter. Snodgrass going to take it up the middle. He's got some room, falls forward. It's going to be about a yard short of the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 as that ball is going to be spotted at the Sparkman 13-yard line. So Snodgrass up the middle again. So you got Spencer over here on Sparkman's side, who's kind of been the workhorse for them. And then, of course, we knew coming into the ball game tonight, Dante Snodgrass was going to be the workhorse, especially once the rain started falling. Snodgrass takes the snap, 3rd and short. He's going to bust up the middle, tries to push his way forward. They're going to give him 3 yards on the carry. Say he's going to get down to about the 11-yard line, so that's going to be a first down. Unless they say, they say he coughed the ball up. So you can hear the excitement over here. So that one is confirmed. That is a fumble, James Clemens fumble. Snodgrass had the first down, but somewhere amongst that pile, he coughed the ball up in these slippery conditions. So with that turnover, Sparkman's going to take over. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Senators from their own 11. So that's the thing about Sparkman. They've started a lot of their offensive series deep in their own territory. So they got to punch it in. They got to try to get some points on the board to tie this ball game up. James Clemens on top, 15-7 right now with under a minute left in the third quarter. Sean Bird, shotgun. He's got Spencer back there with him. Snaps, hands it off to Spencer up the middle. Spencer finds a nice hole through there. That offensive line of Sparkman's really able to create holes for Spencer right up the middle.
Yeah, the defensive line for the Jets are really going to have to work extra tough to try to keep those gaps from opening and really try to fill in those gaps if they do end up being created. Just try to stop Spencer on offense. There's just again, like you said, has been the primary workhorse.
So Schomburg's going to hand it off to Spencer again. He's trying to find his way up the middle. He does. He finds a crease and is able to get the first down, plus a couple of extra yards. He's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. We're under 30 seconds in the third quarter left to play as the Sparkman picks up a first down. So 1st and 10 Sparkman from their own 25. So that's 3 runs in a row by Spencer, and he's able to get the first down. So you got one offensive lineman. Looks like he's limping around a little bit. He's going to stay in the game. Now they're going to do an official's timeout as an injured player is going to come off the field. They're going to replace him. He's going to take a knee right there, right off the field. He's going to be helped off. Goes number 99 for the Senators. So the officials call an official timeout for number 99. That is Thomas Alexander coming off the field. Got a replacement guy going in there. So now, here we go. 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 25. 22 seconds left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens on top, 15-7. Schomburg, shotgun. Spencer about 3 yards behind him. So Spencer's got enough room to pick up some steam, and he does right up the middle, and he's going to be brought down after about a 2-yard gain. Trying to get a number there from the defensive side. Who was able to pick him up and bring him down. Looked like number 94 for the Jets. That's going to end it for the third quarter action. Number 94, of course, is Mr. Andrew Millar with the tackle there to end the third quarter. He ended the first quarter with a huge sack and ended the third quarter with a nice stop. So with the end of the third quarter, your score, James Clemens 15, Sparkman 7. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
Hey guys, this is Joanna with CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to our storefront. While you're here, you'll find a variety of Bibles, children's gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more. Come check out our children's section. It's filled with Bible stories, picture books, games, toys, and a growing selection of homeschool materials. Here at CEI Bookstore, our goal is to provide you with trustworthy resources to bring you and your family closer to God. Stop by, and our friendly staff will be happy to help you find material that fits you and your family's needs. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Taking his hand, helping each other home.
Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports. Starting the fourth quarter, it's going to be second down at about 7 for the Senators from their own 29-yard line. Schomburg puts a man in motion. He's going to fake the handoff to that man. It's going to be given to Spencer, but he's going to be met in the backfield by number 15, Mr. Tyreek Walker.
It met very early on. Maybe as soon as he got the ball in his hands, Tyreek Walker was already on him with nowhere to go. Great stop there for the Jets.
Check that. That was not Tyreek Walker. That was number 16. I missed that. That is Cameron Barnett, one of our captains, Cameron Barnett, coming in from the left side. Able to get back there and make the stop. So Schomburg, shotgun. Going to hand it off to Spencer. Spencer trying to find some room and not able to find any room as he's going to be brought down by number 36 for the Jets. Who is that?
That is number 36, Garen Bell.
Garen Bell back there from the linebacker spot. Able to get back there and make the stop. So with that, it's going to bring up fourth down and about 4 for the Senators, and they're going to punt the ball and just give it right back to James Clemens after, the fumble James Clemens had just a moment ago as they were driving, so not able to capitalize on the turnover and give the ball right back to James Clemens.
Again, that's been the key, just to stop Jamonte Spencer on offense, and they do on 2 plays in a row and leads to a punt.
So Snodgrass standing at his 30-yard line. He's going to go back deeper. He's going to let that ball bounce, and it's going to keep bouncing and keep rolling, take a Sparkman roll all the way down to the 10, all the way down to the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 9-yard line after that punt. Really good punt there by Sparkman.
Very good punt. I mean, it did take a good bit of a bounce, maybe about an extra 20 to 25 yards just on the bounce itself. But yeah, this put James Clemens in not so good field position to start off their offensive drive. It gives Sparkman a little bit of advantage on defense, but with the power of keeping it on the ground with Snodgrass, and now that the rain is potentially starting to let up, we might be able to see more from Gio Lopez on the passing side. But let's see what Coach McGee decides to go with here.
So the worst field position of the night for James Clemens, starting off from their own 9-yard line. So we're going to have trips to the near side. We've got Snodgrass in the backfield with Lopez. I believe that's Snodgrass. Kind of hard to see that number. I think that is Dante Snodgrass to the left of Lopez. So Lopez, shotgun. Going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll. He's being pursued. He's going to fire that ball across the middle or across to the outside. Pass is caught by number 18 for James Clemens. That is Jaden Tolliver Williams. Great reception there by Tolliver Williams for the Jets. Picks up about 7 on the play. So it's going to bring up second down.
I believe that's the first time we've called his name tonight.
It is. So the penalty flag on the play, so it's going to move the ball back. So an eligible man downfield on that reception. So that's going to negate the reception, and bring it back, charge them 5 yards. So replay first down, so it's going to be 1st and 15, ball at the 5-yard line. Lopez fumbles the snap, and it looks like Sparkman recovers the fumble at the 1-yard line. Gio Lopez wasn't able to get the snap, fumbled the ball, and Sparkman able to recover it, as that is the 3rd fumble of the night for the Jets, and this sets up Sparkman really well.
I think really well is a little bit of an understatement for what this fumble gives the Sparkman Senators. Again, now's the time you dig deep, trust in your goal line defense, and try to get this stop and get the ball back.
So Sparkman, 1st and goal from the James Clemens 1-yard line after the fumble. 3 fumbles apiece for both teams. It has been a turnover fest, if you will. Schomburg got 2 splits to the far side. Spencer right behind him. They're going to hand it off to Spencer. Spencer's going to be met in the backfield and brought down for a loss. What a tackle back there, able to get in there. Number 45 for the Jets, Jacob Durham, coming in there from the linebacker spot and just making that tackle.
Jacob Durham just shot the gap and met Spencer head on right behind the line of scrimmage. Great tackle for loss and good stop there for the Jets.
So 2nd and goal from the 4 after the loss on the play. Schomburg going to hand it off to Spencer again. Spencer's trying to find the corner, and he's going to dive into the end zone. Brody Stinson had a bead on him and took his legs out from under him, but Spencer was able to get in the air and just reach across and touch that pylon. So touchdown Sparkman with 9:26 left to play in this ball game. Sparkman able to put a touchdown on the board.
And Sparkman inevitably going to go for 2 here to try to tie up the score. But, and again, it's probably going to just be what their offensive game plan has been this entire game, and just hand it off to Spencer and see what he can do.
So the coach is telling Schomburg what they want him to do. So he goes in. James Clemens going to have their goal line defense in there to keep this game at 2 points, at a 2-point difference. So right now, your score is 15-13. James Clemens on top. And Sparkman going for the 2-point conversion. Schomburg, shotgun. 2 splits to the near side. And we've got a timeout on the field. So Sparkman is going to call their timeout right now. And with that timeout, we'll take a quick one. 9:26 left to play in this ballgame. James Clemens 15, Sparkman 13. You're listening to Play Action Sports broadcast of James Clemens football.
Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports as Sparkman lines up for the two-point conversion with 9:26 left to play in this ball game. As they get ready to run this play, you've got trips to the near side. Schomburg in the shotgun. Back there with him is number 7, Jaden Thomas, to his right. Getting ready to run the two-point conversion play. Waiting on the snap. There's the snap. It's a high snap. Schomburg's going to keep it himself. And as you can hear the crowd, he gets in for 2 points.
Yeah, they brought trips to the near side, tried to think it was going to be a pass play. Instead, it's just a QB quarterback draw. He's going to run right to the near side and walk in for a two-pointer.
So with 9:18 left to play in this ball game, Sparkman ties it up, 15-all. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at TzatzikisCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. I'm Kirk Pierce. Alongside me, Bailey Lowry brings us the color commentating, and our producer, Mr. Tim Lambert. We're 9:18 left to play in this ball game, and it's all knotted up at 15. Lots of fumbles for both teams, 3 apiece in this wet football game as Sparkman lines up to kick off. Back deep to receive for the Jets. Number 15, Tyreek Walker, and number 7, Keenan Hill. There's the kick. It's just a rolling kick, and we do the smart thing and just lay on it. Number 13, Brody Stinson, just kind of, the ball was rolling to him, and he did the smart thing and just laid on it. And so it's going to be 1st and 10, James Clemens, from their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, just to give no chance for a fumble, and that really has been really the theme of today's game. It's just been turnovers. I mean, this wet environment, you're going to want to keep the ball on the ground. You want to keep it out of the air in the rain. But because of that, the ball's going to be wet. Everybody's jersey is going to be wet. You're trying to tackle somebody who's wet. The ball's going to eventually slip out. That really has been the theme, and that's the challenge of playing in the rain that these teams are going to have to overcome.
So this potent offense of the Jets comes out. 2 splits to the near side. Lopez is going to do his little screen pass to the outside. It's going to be caught by Kamari Pittman, but he's going to be brought down for a loss and then slammed to the turf. And now we've got a little bit of words being shared. And I'll be honest with you, you're supposed to throw a penalty flag when you pick up and body slam a player like that.
Yeah, that was – the whistle had already been called. That was definitely excessive.
And there is no penalty flag thrown. No penalty flag. So after that reception by Kamari Pittman, it's going to he loses some yardage on the play, so moves that ball back down to the 30-yard line. It was spotted at the 34, so a loss of 3 on the play. So 2nd and 13 for the Jets. Lopez, shotgun. He's got Snodgrass right behind him. He's got trips to the near side. That's Cunningham, Johnson, and Walker. They're going to draw a man off sides, and then, of course, we move. And so what do they call? That's offsides against the defense because they jumped all the way across, and then our guys reacted. So picks up after the offsides penalty, moves that up 5 yards. So brings it up to 2nd down, moves it to the 35-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Jets. They need to get to their own 43-yard line for a 1st down. 8:57 left to play in this ball game. Scores tied, 15-15, James Clemens and Sparkman. Lopez, shotgun, got Snodgrass to his left. We've got trips over here to us. You're looking at Pittman, you're looking at Cunningham and Johnson. You got Walker to the far side. It's split. Lopez takes the handoff. Going to screen it out here to Pittman. Pittman's got some room. Penalty flag on the play. Pittman trying to hold on to the ball. Everybody's trying to grab it. But it's going to be a holding call against the Jets right there on that screen pass, and we saw the hold.
It was, what is I don't like to say, it was a pretty obvious hold.
Yeah, I mean, we had the screen pass set up perfectly, and Pittman was able to get to the 40, pick up some good yardage, but there was a little holding on our end, and that's just going to bring us back. So replay third down. Or replay second down. So that's going to move that ball back.
There's another flag.
And now we've got another penalty flag. So we'll see what they say on that one. Sounds like there was a little bit of jawing. So holding against the Jets. And now what's the second call? Because the referee threw that penalty flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Jets.
Might have been talking to the ref, or
might
have been jawing at the defensive line.
So just some mental mistakes right there, guys, that we cannot have, especially in this game. You knew that the Sparkman Senators were going to come in ready to play in this Region 4 matchup. And, James Clemens trying to get their 9th straight victory to move forward 9-0 overall in the season, 6-0 in Region 4 action. And so we're waiting for them to mark the ball off. So with the holding penalty, they moved it back, and now the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is going to move that even further. Wow, they just keep on walking, don't they, Bailey?
Yep.
So they have moved that ball all the way back to the James Clemens 14-yard line. The original line of scrimmage is the James Clemens 33-yard line. So I'll let you do the math because I'm not doing that in my head at the moment. So second and halfway to Athens for the Jets. Lopez, shotgun, 2 splits to the far side. He's got Johnson to the near side. Snodgrass to his left. Fake the handoff to Johnson. Lopez got the rush. He's going to throw it deep. Pass intended for Walker, and he just overthrew Walker by about 10 yards. And it's going to bring up 3rd and forever for the Jets.
I mean, it's kind of like how I brought up toward the very beginning of the game. I mean, these teams, when you're playing the number 1 team in the region, they're going to bring their A game, and that's what you got to expect when you either come in here or you're hosting an opponent at home. Because they're going to bring their top game, trying to beat you no matter what, and that includes maybe kind of mouthing to you, to maybe throwing some insults your way to try to get you riled up and get these kind of mental penalties.
Just can't be doing that, guys. All right, splits to the far side. That's 2 of them. Johnson split to the near side. Lopez dropping back to pass. 3rd and long. Screen pass across the middle. Pass caught by Walker. He's going to catch it at the 15-yard line, but brought down at the 15 for just a couple of yard gains. So it's going to bring up 4th and long. So we got to punt the ball and got to hold them defensively.
Yeah, we got about, 8 minutes left in this ball game. And this is crunch time. You punt it off, you're going to have pretty good field position because of where you're punting from. It's going to be, can you stop Spencer and this offensive run game? Make sure they don't score or that they don't get within range of a field goal.
Now, we have not been able to have good snaps from the center, from the snapper, long snapper to Aaron Rowe and punts because of the wet football. If we were going to have a good snap, which that one was, Aaron Rowe punts it. Oh, he shanks it. It's a bad punt. It's going to roll out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the James Clemens 30-yard line. So Aaron Rowe, right off the side of his foot, unable to get a good punt there.
I believe that's the first shank I've seen from him. And
well, he got the snap. The ball is a little bit wet, and he had to catch it off of his belly and then get it out there because the Sparkman Senators were running in to try to block it, so he kind of rushed the kick. Don't blame him at all.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he went off the side of his foot, rolled out of bounds at the James Clemens 30. So 1st and 10, Sparkman from the 30-yard line. Schomburg, he's got Spencer back there in the backfield. Lined up at about 4 yards behind him. Gives Spencer plenty of time to get some room. Oh, and he's going to be met at about 2 yards after a pickup by number 16 for the Jets, Cameron Barnett. Just really put those shoulder pads right into Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer just running around the right side, just trying to find a little bit of room, and then Cameron Barnett basically like running into a brick wall, just stopped him right in his tracks. Didn't let him get any kind of extra yardage. Good stop there for the Jets.
So pickup of 3 yards after that run by Spencer. So 2nd and 7. So Spencer moves back even further. So he's about almost 5 yards behind Schomburg, which allows him to get a full head of steam once he takes the handoff, which he does. And he kind of finds the crease. He's able to spin move his way forward to the 19-yard line. So he picks up the first down to the James Clemens 19. So 1st and 10, Sparkman from that 19-yard line with 6:44 left to play in this ball game.
Just able to push through that defensive line, just kind of broke through, kind of slipped out, again with that little spin move, was able to get like an extra 6 or 7 yards on that run. Good position here for the Senators.
So they're just going to keep handing it off to Spencer until they stop him. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Got a look like a penalty flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. Don't know if that was a hold or a face mask. So the way he spun around, so it was a hold. Okay, so that's good. Thought they might have grabbed him by the face mask, but they grabbed him up around the shoulder pads. So that's a holding penalty against Sparkman, so that's going to move them back. So it's going to replay first down.
Basically back to where we started this drive.
Pretty much, yeah, you're exactly right. So they're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. So 1st and 21 for the Senators. They got to get down to about the 10-yard line for the first down. Schomburg's got Spencer behind him, trips to the far side. Don't be surprised if they fake the handoff and try to throw a pass. Nope, they're going to hand it off to Spencer right up the middle. Spencer's going to get to the 30, but no more, as he's going to be brought down after a 1-yard gain. Is Spencer brought down by number 94 from the defensive line position. Nope, check that. Number 99, that's Verhage with the tackle.
Yep, Barnett was able to kind of shoot the gap a little bit and kind of hold on to Spencer to keep him from going any further, and then Verhage just kind of came over and finished the tackle for very little gain.
So tag teaming on the tackle are Barnett and Verhage. That's what we need defensively, guys. 2nd down and about 20 to go for the first down. Ball at the 30-yard line of James Clemens. Sparkman going to hand it off to Spencer up the middle again. Spencer's going to be met right there at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss as number 45 for James Clemens comes in. Jacob Durham shooting in again from that linebacker position. Great stop there by Durham.
There's that power that I know comes from that defensive line. Just able to completely shut down run games when they're playing very well. And right now on this drive, since they got moved back on that penalty call, they've been nothing but great.
So 3rd and 21, ball at the 31-yard line. Sparkman trying to get their play call in. Stromberg is trying to get the play. He's having a hard time hearing it. You can hear the crowd over here yelling. 10 seconds on the play clock, and Sparkman is going to call a timeout. Smart move there by Coach White to call that timeout as they weren't getting that play in time. 5:03 left to play in this ball game. We're tied up at 15. Let's take a look at our North Alabama Gas District scoreboard. Bailey, what do we got?
Right now, Austin is up on Albertville 42-0 in the fourth quarter. Lee is currently up on Ardmore 28-13 in the fourth. Russellville takes it over East Limestone, ending at 42-0. Florence is currently up on Huntsville 56-7 in the fourth. Rogers is currently up in a close game against West Limestone 14-13 in the fourth quarter. And Coleman took it over Athens 10-3.
I'll tell you that East Limestone-Russellville game, East Limestone and Russellville both coming in undefeated in that 5A Region 8 play. And looks like Russellville able to claim the first place spot in the region. East Limestone's going to drop their first game in region play. And looks like they're going to go to second place. But probably East Limestone's going to be able to host a playoff game. But we know for sure Russellville will. So Russellville very strong tonight against East Limestone. So here we go. 3rd and 21 for Sparkman at the James Clemens 31-yard line. Stromberg takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Spencer. Spencer's going to be met in the backfield. Pushes off of one defender. Is going to still not able to get away from number 16, Cameron Barnett. He kind of stiff-armed Barnett, but Barnett used those long arms and drug him down from behind for really only allowed him 1 yard.
What kind of confused me a little bit earlier, he actually stiff-armed Verhage. And as he was running around, Cameron Barnett kind of caught up to him and just got his arms around his legs and was able to bring him down.
So 4th and 20 for Sparkman as they're sending out the special teams unit. It looks, no. They're going to go for it. So trips to the far side. 4th and 20. Ball is at the James Clemens 30-yard line. So this, folks, right here is huge for Sparkman. James Clemens' defense needs to tighten up right here. Stromberg's going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it across he's just going to throw it way behind his intended receiver. I mean, I don't know. There must have been some miscommunication because this receiver was running a post pattern, and he threw it right where he was cutting and just did not – it wasn't even close.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of saw the outcome of that play before it finished. As soon as I saw Jamonte Spencer go up and block, I'm like, well, we're not using him on offense. We're going to go for a pass. The pass really hasn't worked that well for them this game for Sparkman. So him throwing it behind, turnover on downs. Now it's the Jets' ball. Now what can we do to drive down the field and score before the game is over?
So we're going to go trips to the far side. That is Walker. Looks like Pittman and Johnson. Lopez throwing it deep. He's got Walker at the 50-yard line, and Walker in and out of his hands. He was a little bit behind Walker, so he had to kind of catch it from behind, but he had both hands on the ball, not able to bring it in. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the James Clemens 30-yard line. It's a nice pass there by Lopez, but looks like it was just a little bit behind Walker. He wasn't able to bring it in.
I said we can utilize our own pass offense because this team to try to drive the ball at the field since the rain has subsided. And just unfortunate that pass was dropped, but a good look.
So splits to both sides. Fake the handoff to Snodgrass. Lopez looking to throw. He steps up in the pocket, throws it. Pass is off the hands of Cunningham, number 3, at the other 30-yard line. Lopez was trying to flip the field a little bit, and Cunningham just unable to bring it in. That ball is wet, folks. I mean, I always saw water just come up off that artificial turf. But, again, 3rd and 10 for the Jets, and trying to do 2 pass plays in a row, not able to convert.
Oh, that ball is wet, but, man, those were some good passes under pressure. Just unfortunate that they didn't come up in our favor.
So Lopez trying to take the snap. He's got 2 splits to the near side, 2 to the far side. That's Johnson and Cunningham closest to us. That is Pittman and Walker to the far side. He's got Snodgrass to his left. 3rd and 10. Lopez dropping back to pass. He's looking for a receiver. He steps up in the pocket, throws it deep, just throws it up. And it's caught by Pittman at the 20, 30-yard line. He rushes it into the end zone. Touchdown, James Clemens. Pittman, Lopez, 70-yard touchdown reception. Wow.
I don't think I can use words that can really describe that play for someone who's not here that would just witness that. That was Gio Lopez on the run, off his back foot, just slung that thing up in the air, hoping to find somebody, and finds Pittman pretty much perfectly, and he just speeds off. No one really within reaching distance for a touchdown.
I mean, Pittman just reached out and grabbed it with his fingertips. I mean, we've seen some drop balls tonight because of the wet ball and the field and everything, but Pittman able to use that hand strength and bring that ball in for a 70-yard touchdown reception by the James Clemens Jets with 3:38 left to play in this ball game as they put 21-15 right now, waiting on the extra point. Aaron Rowe lines up. It bobbles the snap. Aaron Rowe tries to run it, and he's just going to be brought down. So the conversion is no good on the bobbled snap there by the holder. Your score with 3:38 left to play in the ballgame. James Clemens 21, Sparkman 15. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP. If you'd like to download a copy of this game or hear it again on demand, go to pasnetwork.net. You can find this game and previous games under the Archives tab. That's pasnetwork.net. Play Action Sports.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports. 3:38 left to play in this ball game. James Clemens on top 21-15. Bailey, if we've ever gotten a defensive stop, we need one right now as Aaron Rowe lines up for the kickoff. Back deep to receive. Kick returners standing at about their 10-yard line. High end-over-end kick is going to be fielded at the 5, and he's going to slip and fall at the 4-yard line. Probably should have let that one roll into the end zone. I understand what he wanted to do. He wanted to try to make a play. He caught it at the 5, but then his feet gave out from underneath him, and he slipped back and lost a yard on the play. So Sparkman will take over with 3:35 left to play in the ball game from their own 4-yard line.
Well, if we want any kind of chance at a defensive stop, I'd say Sparkman starting on their own 4-yard line might be the best situation we could have asked for.
You're exactly right. I mean, there's just, that one fell our way. So here we go. James Clemens in their white jerseys with the Carolina blue numerals. They are wearing pink socks tonight. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the month of October. Sparkman, quarterback Schomburg, standing at his goal line. Dropping back to pass, going to throw a quick pass right to the receiver, caught at the 10-yard line. So nice quick pass there by Schomburg to the receiver. Picks up 5 yards on the play. 6 yards on the play. They're marking it at the 11-yard line. So second down and about 4 for the Senators. Schomburg going to hand it off to Spencer. Spencer trying to find some room, and he's going to be brought down as he picks up the first down. Nice 5-yard, 6-yard carry by Spencer. So 1st and 10, Sparkman from their own 16-yard line.
And we're following, I believe Sparkman actually only has 1 timeout left, so their entire stake in this game could really depend on when they use that timeout.
Schomburg, he's got Spencer to his left, actually lined up a little bit behind him. Schomburg dropping back to pass, looking to throw a screen pass over to the flat. He does. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Short of the first down. Going to pick up about 4 yards on the carries, or the reception. So they're going to mark it at the 21-yard line. So it's going to bring up second down for Sparkman.
So there's a penalty flag, and looks like it's going to be holding.
So holding against Sparkman's going to move them back with 2:47 left to play in this ball game. So defensively, we've got to make some stops here. Get that ball back, run the clock out, go home.
And do not let Jamari Spencer take advantage of any kind of gaps. Don't even let their offensive line create a gap.
So there is no rain falling right now, but the results of the rain from earlier have made the field wet. The ball is a little bit slippery. With 2:47 left to play in this ball game. Schomburg, shotgun formation, dropping back to pass. He's standing in his end zone. He's got protection. No, pass is going to be tipped and deflected by the defense. Pass intended for number 13, and it's going to bring up third down for the Senators. Second down for the Senators. Second and long, as it's about 2nd and 20, as the ball is marked at the 7-yard line after the holding penalty. Wow, that was a huge penalty right there.
Bring them all the way back, basically into their own end zone.
Just about. Schomburg's just standing right there at his 1. So man in motion. Going to fake the handoff to the man in motion. Going to look to throw it deep. It's going to be picked off by number 7. I saw that happening the whole way. Man-to-man coverage. Keenan Hill just stepped right in front of that intended receiver and picked it off.
I honestly saw that ball in the air, and I thought it was actually intended for Keenan Hill. It looked right on track for him to get it in his hands, and lo and behold, comes up with the interception, and that might just be the game-winning play here for the Jets.
So the 4th turnover tonight for Sparkman. 3 fumbles and the first interception. We've dropped several interceptions tonight, but that was the first one, and that was a big one right there with 2:31 left to play in this ball game. James Clemens on top, 21-15. Sparkman has 1 timeout remaining. James Clemens has 2. Coach McGee just wants to run this clock out and get home and get ready for Albertville next week. So Snodgrass comes in. He's going to run the shotgun formation. It's going to be the Wildcat. Snodgrass is going to try to run it to the outside, and he does. He finds some room. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards on the carry, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Jets.
Let's see. Clock's still running. Sparkman still electing not to use their 1 timeout left. I don't know. I can't imagine they'd be accepting the fee, but there's not much time remaining when you can use it.
Well, I think right now, if they can get him to 3rd down, he might call. If he can get him to hold him on 2nd or 3rd down, he'll definitely call the timeout to save some time on the clock, try to get that ball back. But all James Clemens really needs to do is get a first down here, and that'll be the end of the ball game pretty much. So Snodgrass takes the snap. Going to cut it across the middle. Crosses the 50. He's still on his feet. Now they're going to blow the whistle dead blow the play dead. It's probably going to be a false start by James Clemens. I mean, Dante Snodgrass was gone, but then they started blowing the whistle to rule the play dead.
And he shot through that gap, and he would have been.
So it was an illegal substitution by Sparkman right there. So they blew the play dead. So they wasn't able to get a man off the field in time. Had too many men on the field. So that's going to give us a first down or close to it after they mark it off. So illegal substitution by Sparkman gives James Clemens a second down and short. So 2nd and 1. Ball is spotted at the Senator 44-yard line. Snodgrass in the Wildcat. Minute 27 and counting. Taking as much time off the clock. Low snap. Ball hits the turf. Snodgrass shakes one tackler. Tries to get around the end. He's going to pick up the first down and be brought down at about the 35-yard line. Not able to get out of bounds, which is good for us. Keeps the clock running with a minute 15 left as they stop the clock only to move the markers. So that should be enough to wrap this ball game up, Bailey.
Yeah, what a recovery, though, by Dante Snodgrass. Even though he kind of fumbled the snap a little bit, was able to pick it up, shake off 2 tacklers, and still make a spin move to stay inside and get the first down and stay in bounds.
So 1st and 10, James Clemens from the Sparkman 35-yard line. We're at a minute and counting left to play in this ball game. 34 seconds on the play clock. Coach McGee's just wants this to run out, and we're going to take the victory formation. So James Clemens is going to get out of here with another win, claim their first place ranking or first place and win the region, basically. Region 4, finishing 6-0 in Region 4 action. Lopez takes a snap, takes a knee, and that is going to do it as they reset the clock to 40 seconds, and that's going to be the last play of the game. You can join us next week right here on Play Action Sports for some Limestone County football action. Join Josh Carey and Paul Wilson as they bring you the Elkmont at Clements ball game. You can listen to that broadcast right here on Play Action Sports. But tonight, as we wrap it up, as this clock ticks down, Bailey, to under 10 seconds, James Clemens going to come away with the victory with your final score, 21-15 over the Sparkman Senators, improving their record overall to 9-0, 6-0 in Region 4 action.
Continuing to just set the record for best start in the regular season to now coming close to just setting the record for the best regular season.
Yeah, I mean, Coach McGee staying undefeated. And right now, these James Clemens Jets are ranked 5th overall in the state in 7A and looking to, they'll at least have play a couple of games. At least we know the first one will be at home here. And fortunately for the Jets, they play Albertville next week, and then they get a bye before the playoffs. So go home, play Albertville at home next week, and then get a week off as they get ready for the playoffs. So with that, we'll take a quick break and then come back and recap this game. James Clemens 21, Sparkman 15. You're listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. Join us for Applebee's Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC. We'll talk to coaches and sports figures of local interest and get their thoughts on whatever comes down the pipe. We'll also announce our latest athlete of the week and give away an Applebee's gift card and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt. Applebee's Tailgate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 on your Tailgate Talk app, on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device, online at tailgatetalk.net, and on the air at 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens football right here on Play Action Sports. Your final score, James Clemens 21, Sparkman 15, and Bailey. You know, it was a sloppy game. A lot of that had to do with the weather tonight. 7 total turnovers. 4 for the Sparkman Senators, 3 fumbles and 1 interception. Huge interception for the Jets. And then 3 fumbles for the James Clemens Jets, turnover-wise. But just able to win the turnover battle and come away with a huge victory over the Sparkman Senators. James Clemens, 21-15.
Yeah, really just a nail-biter of a game, but kind of not for the right reasons. Just really with the turnovers, like when it was just pouring down rain and both offenses were just kind of forced to just keep it on the ground because of how risky it was to play in the air. That's really when all the fumbles just started happening. I mean, we had a whole sequence where it was literally Sparkman have fumbled twice in a row on offense, and then James Clemens immediately comes right back, has a fumble of their own. And then on top of it, we had a fumble to start the game off, which that's how Sparkman took a very early lead. But overall, James Clemens came away with the victory, continue on 9-0.
You got to like that.
I just hope we can keep going like that into Albertville.
So 9-0 is the overall record for the Jets. 6-0 in Region 4 action as they sit alone in first place and looking to host the first game of the playoffs in a few weeks. 3 weeks from, 4 weeks from tonight, or 3 weeks from tonight. Yeah, 3 weeks from tonight. There we go. Sorry. So we're looking to host a game at James Clemens. And, you know, the good thing about tonight's ball game is big-time players, which we have a lot of them offensively. We have plenty of teams, or plenty of players on our team that really are able to step in and make good plays. Gio Lopez and Kamari Pittman were able to team up for a 70-yard touchdown reception with 3:38 left to play in the ball game. So, again, big-time players make big-time plays.
Yep. I mean, kind of like how you were saying earlier, but when it came down to it in crunch time in the fourth quarter, I mean, our offense really did show something else. I mean, getting that pass from Gio Lopez to Kamari Pittman was just outstanding. And then we had the interception brought here at the end of the game by Keenan Hill. Just basically sent the dagger into the game, and then we just moved on to victory formation, shut the game out, and now we're moving on.
Yeah, so speaking of Keenan Hill, like you said, had the big interception right there. We needed a huge turnover, and that's what we're going to do. We've got our player of the game, and you can listen during our post-game show, which is going on right now, for the Mellow Mushroom player of our game. Our featured Jet gets a $20 gift card from Mellow Mushroom, and tonight's player is
Keenan Hill.
Keenan Hill with the big interception right there with just over 2 minutes left to play in this ball game that kind of stopped right there Sparkman's opportunity for either to score a touchdown or anything. It was a long pass, and Keenan Hill stepped right up and made the huge interception. So congratulations to Keenan Hill. You are our Mellow Mushroom player of the game, and you get a $20 gift card from Mellow Mushroom. Also, we have our Lawlers Fan of the Week at PASnetwork.net. If you'll just go there, you can enter your name to become the Lawlers Fan of the Week. And we announce the winner during our post-game show of each James Clemens game. And the winner gets a $20 Tasty Buck from Lawler's Barbecue. Tonight's winner is Mr. Jim Howard. Jim Howard, congratulations to you. You have 2 weeks to drop by WKAC Radio over in Athens to pick up your gift card. And we also want to congratulate Emma Grantham. She was our timeout with Taziki's winner, and she was able to, during the first timeout, James Clemens timeout, she wins a chicken dinner for 4 from Taziki's Mediterranean Grill, located on Highway 72 in Madison. So congratulations to Jim Howard, winning our Lawlers Fan of the Week, and our Player of the Game, Mr. Keenan Hill. So, Bailey, any last-minute thoughts?
Well, we host Albertville next week. Let's have them in town. End up undefeated for the season, go into the playoff after our bye week, and let's go for it all.
Next week, next Friday night, we'll have the Elkmont at Clemens football game broadcast at Clemens right here on Limestone for the Limestone County football game of the week, right here on Play Action Sports. Josh Carey and Paul Wilson will bring you that broadcast from Clemens next week. So, final score, James Clemens 21, Sparkman 15. James Clemens moves on 9-0 overall, 6-0 in the Region 4 action. For Bailey Lowry and our producer, Mr. Tim Lambert, I'm Kirk Pierce. You've been listening to James Clemens Football on Play Action Sports.
You've been listening to James Clemens High School Football. If you'd like to download a copy of tonight's game, log on to pasnetwork.net. James Clemens High School Football is a production of Play Action Sports.